offensive line. So just talk about how these guys make this offense run so efficiently.
Yeah, well, you know what? It always starts up front, right? And I think everybody knows that. And we have a group of offensive linemen there that are really doing a good job for us. Their effort is outstanding this year. They're very coachable, and they're really buying into kind of some of the core, principles that we talk about with playing offensive line. So, we always tell them you got to get into contact and stay in contact. And when you got guys in the back like Robbie and Alexson and Tyler, we got to try to give them some space and let them make plays. And I think that's what this group's doing really well for us.
And also Tyler, your quarterback, not only does he do a lot with his legs, but he also has a pretty good arm and can throw the ball when needed.
Yeah, we think Tyler, when he's on his game, he's a very, very dynamic player for us. One of the top kids in the conference. So, we like to think that he has the ability to, attack defenses on both sides with his arm and leg. And
defensively, the team has allowed 1,374 yards, 109 points. Only have given up 19 points in 2 conference games so far. You guys have had 6 fumble recoveries, 6 interceptions, 5 sacks, 19 tackles for a loss. So talk about your defense, and do you like where they are right now?
Well, you know what? I always say this. You're never going to hear me complaining about good defense. Hope that our defense is the strength of the team. So I know that. I know we got good guys coaching on that side of the ball. When I said to you earlier about kids giving max effort and doing what they're told to do, I definitely think this group is doing that. So, I guess when you put it in perspective with some of the big plays you just mentioned, I think they're doing a really nice job for us so far.
Tonight is a battle for first place in the conference against Elizabeth Forward. I know the Warriors were young and inexperienced to start the season, but they're rolling now, having won 4 straight, allowing only 7.7 points, and they've shut out 4 teams, and they can also put up points offensively. Your thoughts on EF?
Well, I think they're a really good team. You can tell that they're coached really well. I think their kids play hard. And I think they always look for the potential that, there's a good chance they can make big plays. So, overall, I think they're just a quality team, and it's going to be a great test for us tonight.
And what are the keys for the Vikings tonight for victory?
Well, you got to try to play. Well, number one, we got to take care of ourselves. We got to play our best. Number two, you got to try to limit some of the shots and some of the big plays with them. And, I think that's what it comes down to is, just playing your best game, taking away some of their big opportunities, being consistent, and you can't have any turnovers either. So, if we can put it together, just be consistent, play a great game, that's going to give you a chance there at the, towards the end of the game.
Coach, thanks for the time and good luck tonight against Elizabeth Forward.
Yep, sure thing. Appreciate it.
And that was Mount Pleasant area head coach Jason Fazekas. We'll return with more pregame in a moment here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Stay up to date on the latest happenings in Westmoreland County sports in our Westmoreland Sports Notebook every Monday on westmorelandsports.com. We take a look back at the week that was in Westmoreland County sports with any news you may have missed during the week, like updates for high school football, soccer, and volleyball, area coaching changes, individual accomplishments, and so much more. Grab some coffee and start your week with our Westmoreland Sports Notebook every Monday this fall on westmorelandsports.com.
At Sendell Mitsubishi, buying your new vehicle is as easy as stop, shop, and roll. Stop wasting time in the dealership. Shop online in just a few easy steps. Roll on home in your new Mitsubishi or have it delivered to your door. SendellMitsubishi.com. At Sendell Volkswagen, buying your new vehicle is as easy as stop, shop, and roll. Stop wasting time in the dealership. Shop online in just a few easy steps. Roll on home in your new Volkswagen or have it delivered to your door. SendellVolkswagen.com.
At D'Annunzio's, our menu is extensive with an abundance of selections. The next best thing to being at one of our 3 locations is having our frozen food and jarred sauce in your own home. For our frozen food selections, we have wedding soup, pasta fagioli, lasagna, stuffed cheese rigatoni, ricotta cavatelli, and potato gnocchi. Our jarred sauces include the original, smooth, marinara, and tomato cream. These products can all be found at our restaurants or your local grocer.
Your next golf adventure awaits at Manor Valley Golf Course in Export. Manor Valley offers 18 scenic holes over gentle sloping fairways and the purest putting surfaces around. Manor Valley Golf Course in Export is the perfect place to host your next golf outing, banquet party, or shower. Manor Valley also offers league play and great membership rates. Tee times available. Call 724-744-4242. Visit ManorValleyGC.com.
All right, we're back at Warrior Stadium here as we're getting set here for Mount Pleasant and Elizabeth Forward. Again, our pregame show is presented by Armstrong, keeping you connected. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com. Chris, let's take a look now at the remaining schedule for these teams, because it's every game really counts here now coming down the stretch. So next week, Mount Pleasant will host South Park, and then they'll finish at South Allegheny. And then on the other side, Elizabeth Forward next week goes to Southmoreland, and then they will host York to finish the season here.
Yeah, so, 2-1 and 2-2 in Mount Pleasant's remaining opponents in South Park and South Allegheny. And there's no easy game. At the end of the day, this is WPIAL football. It is high school Pennsylvania football. Every game is a grind. It doesn't matter who you're playing. You better be ready. You better be prepared. Next week, EF going to Russ Grimm Stadium. Not an easy place to play, TJ.
No.
It's not at all. I mean, those Scotties play at a very high caliber when they're at home. Could potentially be senior night. Is it going to be, looking at their schedule right here, it will, blah, blah, blah.
Right there. Yeah, probably.
Yep, right there. Could be their senior night, so they're going to be playing with a little bit of extra adrenaline as well, TJ. So, yeah, a lot of football yet to be played. It's hard to believe that week 7, but game 8. We were just having the debate off air. Not really a debate, but kind of throwing our hands up in the air. Why in the heck is there a week 0? We just can't seem to get an answer out of anybody. Getting a good look down on the sidelines. That's Mr. Dangerfield from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes, our friend Hannah Mears also helps out here at the Westmoreland Sports Network, works for the Pittsburgh Steelers high school Friday night football coverage team, and she is in the house. Got to see her a little bit ago. Always great to see another member of the Westmoreland Sports Network family. And while we're throwing out some appreciation, how about we throw out a huge appreciation to Mount Pleasant area Viking Athletic Director Chris Brunson, the Mount Pleasant boosters, both for the football team and the marching band. And how about a huge shout out to the Elizabeth Forward staff. And I don't know who's responsible, and we're going to call it this, a buffet.
Yes.
That is out there. I mean, I'm talking nachos, popcorn, bowls of candy everywhere, meatball hoagies, deli sandwiches, chicken noodle soup. Yes,
great.
DJ's pointing at the soup, the chicken noodle soup. I think that's his third bowl he's been on. And there is a dessert table to die for, and then a whole cooler of drinks. I turned around, I looked at Marcus, I said, "Are you drinking milk?" He goes, "It's muscle milk." I go, "They had that in the cooler." I go, "Where's your muscles at there, Popeye?" So a big shout out to Marcus Man Bun Weakling up above us, running the camera. It's a beautiful night here. How about it, man? This is our 8th week of beautiful weather on Friday night. I know last week they had a little bit of inclement weather around southwestern Pennsylvania. I was at Hempfield, didn't have a drop. Down at NA, they had a lightning delay for an hour and a half. They finally got that game in. NA Tigers eventually pulling ahead of the Norwin Knights, and that's a little bit of 6A football
and
for you.
There were a couple games last week that they couldn't finish Friday, and they had to play them Saturday morning, too.
Sure.
I know there's rain and stuff, but they're saying it's going to be after the game, so hopefully there's no problems here tonight and it can rain once the game's over then.
Let's get into some of the lineups, TJ. How about it? You mind if I start off with the host, Elizabeth Forward? Let's get into it a little bit. So on the offensive side of the ball, very powerful offensive side of the ball, you have Zion White at quarterback, Devontae Brownfield and Kyle Fournay will split duties at running back. A couple of very impressive running backs thus far this season. Your wideouts are going to be Zach Boyd, Charlie Niggett, Kylie Rush, and Charlie Mealibe. Offensive line, the Horsemen up front, Nick Murphy, Ricky Prokop, Jace Brown, Dylan Winters, and Grant Robinson. Your halfback will be Johnny DiNapoli. On the defensive side of the ball, we'll see Mr. Charlie Mealibe, Nick Murphy, Grant Robinson. And just a note for this, yes, we did see Mealibe twice on the roster. That is not a mistake. He was wearing number 53 last week. He wore number 15. Tonight, I learned he will be sporting number 15 once again. Johnny DiNapoli, Devontae Brownfield, Jace Brown, and Sean Sukup, and Ricky Prokop will be your linebackers. So running that 3-5 look are the Warrior defense, and your defensive backfield led by Kyle Flournoy, Zach Boyd, Charlie Niggett, Kylie Rush. Your kickers will be Ethan Callahan and Logan Beadle splitting duties. Your punter, Charlie Niggett. Apparently Niggett never comes off the field, so he's going to be a very busy man, as we will see on the other side of the ball for Mr. Labuda. There's our good friend Hannah Mears down there getting some shots. We'll try to maybe we can get her after the game for a little post-game chat. And the holder will be Zach Boyd. That is your host, Elizabeth Forward Warriors. It sounds like, yep, here come the Mount Pleasant Vikings rocking their red jerseys. I'm sorry, red pants and white jerseys. How about a little lineup action on the Mount Pleasant side of the ball, TJ?
Maximus Moore, Jacob Proctor Cross, Hunter Dean, Ryan Etze, William Eaker, and Micah Roadman are up front. Of course, Tyler Reese is the quarterback, Robbie Labuda and Aaron Alexson out of the backfield. And defensively, it's Itzy, Dean, and Kramer up front. Jarrett Brown, Casey Schaefer, Jackson Hutter, and Aaron Alexson are the linebackers. Robbie Labuda, Tyler Reese at corner. Connor Johnson, Jake Lewandowski are your safeties. Labuda is the kicker. Cole Chatfield is the punter. The long snapper is Sean Kane, and the holder is Aaron Alexson.
So a couple of young men on their side of the football that never really get to go over to the sidelines for a break except for when it's halftime.
Yep.
I want to look at some of the key statistics. I'll handle the host. You go ahead and handle the visitors here. Zion White, 435 yards on the season, 32 for 58. That's a 55.17 completion and percentage, and 9 touchdowns, only 3 picks. So not a big passing game, but I did, when I started looking down, I'm like, he's got to run quite a bit, and he does. He's a dual threat quarterback, sports number 5. So since we're talking a little bit about rushing, let's look at that. So Flournoy is going to be, your workhorse. He's going to sport number 23. He's got 51 carries for 351 yards, and he's found pay dirt 5 times. He has a long of 43, and his yards per carry, and this is big time, 6.88. That's big time. Next up one there is Niggett. He's got 11 carries for 154 yards. He's averaging 14 yards a carry, and he's found pay dirt 3 times via running the football. Zion White, 18 carries, 141 yards. And then Brownfield, 20 carries, 118 yards, averaging just short of 6 yards per carry. He's got 2 touchdowns via the running game. Turn it over a little bit to the passing game. Get over here. We have Niggett, Boyd, and Rush seem to be your top dogs. 5 receptions for Niggett, 9 for Boyd, 4 for Rush. Brownfield also has 5 out of the backfield. Flournoy with 4 out of the backfield as well. Made up a total of 11 touchdowns in the passing game. So maybe a little bit of a lopsided attack for the Warriors. If I had to guess, I would give it maybe a 65-35, maybe a 70-30, but we're going to see a strong ground game. So the Mount Pleasant Viking D is going to have their test out of here real early. Boy, we got fireworks out there. Look at that. Fire trucks. This is like being out of Derry. I like it. Bringing out the USA flag. Talk about an entry, baby.
You see Elizabeth Forward coming onto the field.
Led by the big guy. I believe that is number 53 out there. Is that Charles Milai? That is, I believe, a sophomore. Trying to see nope, that's number 54. That's Nicholas Murphy, a senior, 6'2", 256 pounds. And my man Flick did mention it to me. He is the heavyweight for the Warriors. And boy, is he a stud. He's got great feet. And, I just read an article last night that the testimony that the greatest football players probably wrestled continues. And boy, the Elizabeth Forward faithful out there. We've got a nice packed crowd. We did learn that it is homecoming here this evening. So homecoming seems to be following me around. Actually, us around, TJ. We've had a lot of homecoming contests to call as of late. But I'm excited. Lots of good statistics for the Warriors, do you want to cover some stuff on behalf of the Mount
Sure,
Pleasant
I have a
Vikings?
couple.
Because they like to run the ball as well out of that wing team.
Yeah, and we start with Tyler Reese, 14 of 32, 282 yards, and 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's also rushed for 261 and 3 touchdowns. And of course, we talk about running the football. Their two main runners, Robbie Labuda, 66 carries, 503 yards, and 8 touchdowns, and then followed by Aaron Alexson, 54 for 482 and 8 touchdowns. And if I can get to the receivers here, the leading receiver is Robbie Labuda. Or actually, no, he'll be second, 7 of 88 and a touchdown. And Brant Garn, 4 of 142 and 2 touchdowns, is the leading receiver for the Vikings. And defensively, their leading tackler is Jackson Hutter with 35 tackles on the season.
I guess I didn't talk about tackles. Thank you for reminding me. So the leading tackler on this Warrior defense is Sukup, number 16. He's got 25, 19 of those solo. He's returned a fumble to the house. And then it also looks like our friend Mr. DiNapoli has 2 fumble returns to pay dirt. So also up there in tackle leading is Milib, Murphy, Brownfield, Wilmore, DiNapoli, Boyd, and Flournoy. So pretty much what's happening on the offensive side of the ball is happening on the defensive side of the ball. And boy, am I excited for this one as they have the pseudo coin toss. I did not get to see which side was which.
I did.
Did you?
Mount Pleasant won the toss, but they have deferred to the second half, so they're going to kick it off here to start. So we'll see Robbie Labuda to kick off here for the Vikings. And our pregame show is brought to you by Armstrong, keeping you connected. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com.
That's going to do it for that Armstrong pregame
Yes,
show,
is.
baby. Let's get the kickoff and let's get the Friday night football right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Big thanks to our man and founder, Mr. Dan Flickinger, behind the 1s and 2s, and Marcus Manbun Weakling right up above us on camera number 1. We appreciate all of you joining us as you do every single solitary Friday night. I can't wait till my every Friday night text at about 10:30, 11 o'clock. I send it to Flick. What was our numbers? So here we go. How about it, TJ?
The big interstate conference game underway. And a squib kick to start, and
Robbie Labuda with the kick for the Vikings.
it's going to be stopped right about the 33-yard line, so that's where the Warriors will start here, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Sean Sukup just decided to fall down on it. He take that field, that starting field position right there. It looks like they're going to mark him. They're looking at about the 34-yard line. They call it the 33, TJ. So working left to right on your screen, here comes that potent running game of the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. Your host here this evening.
It'll be Zion White, the junior quarterback, in the shotgun as they motion a man to the right, and that is going to be Niggett getting it. And Niggett's up over the 40, and he's close to the 45 as he's brought down from behind, but a solid run there and a first down for EF.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Ryan Utzi chasing him down behind, and Niggett showing a little bit. We get another look at it. He's crafty. Nice little swipe by with the left arm, cut up inside. Brought down by Utzi from behind, so a nice start out of the gate. 1st and 10, Warriors, TJ.
Yeah, about an 11-yard pickup there. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. White in a pistol formation. Here's the give, and not much there. I believe that's going to be Fournoy, and maybe a yard. Actually, no gain. Call it 2nd and 10. Right back to the line to gain.
Didn't catch a number on who stormed. Saying a host of Vikings. I know it was led by one of those middle linebackers, and they can be pretty stingy, this Viking defense, TJ. So obviously, strong running game, strong running defense. 2 powers colliding here tonight.
2nd down and 10 again. Again, out of a pistol formation for White. And he's going to throw it. And this one is going to be caught by Zach Boyd into Mount Pleasant territory, down to about the 41. That's a gain of 15. And again, EF moves the sticks.
Moving the sticks, that's the name of the game. Nice job here in front of Reese. Just a nice little hitch route. Stop and go, makes a catch, tucks that ball away. Tyrese credited with the tackle. Also looked like maybe Casey Schaefer coming from his linebacker position. Indeed, it was Casey Schaefer. A little bit of a gang tackle, but not before the Warriors move those sticks.
Yeah, 1st and 10 for EF.
Hard count there, TJ, huh?
And here's the handoff, and this is going to be Brownfield, and not much for Brownfield. I think he got back to the line to gain there, and that's going to be no gain. 2nd and 10. Nice job by Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, nice job by Jarrett Brown coming off of his DB position. Just came firing off of the left side, right side, I guess, from the Mount Pleasant defense. But really nowhere to run, so give credit to those big guys up front for the Viking D, clogging those holes, not allowing any kind of momentum or downhill speed. Gave Brown time to get back there. Maybe no gain on the play, TJ.
Yep. Double sidecars. White back on 2nd and 10. All kind of time. Now things are breaking down. He's going to run out of there with it, and he's going to be going down at about the 39-yard line. So he picked up about 2 on the play, and a nice job there by White Chris to ad-lib as things were breaking down around him.
They sure were, and talk about the athleticism on Zion. Watch this. He was dead to rights. I know there. Hunter Dean had another chance at him. That was number 53, Ryan Yutzi. And if you're going to beat this high-powered running offense. Sorry, I will get it out. Use your words, Smitty. You've got to make those plays right there. That should have been a TFL all day long.
Yep.
Instead, he picks up a yard.
So it's 3rd and 9 now for EF. Fake the handoff. Here's Boyd at the 40, 35, 30. Sidesteps a man. Look out. 20, 15, 10, 5, and a touchdown for EF. That's Zach Boyd, a 40-yard pass play, and Elizabeth forward up 6-0.
How about that? I mean, talk about athleticism, great vision downfield, and let's talk about the big guys that came out up front. Got to give a lot of credit out there to that O-line. That right side, you got Murphy, Prokop, Brown, Winters, and Robinson. What's the blocking come out here? Watch this develop right there on your instant replay. Great job. Poor tackling on the part of the Vikings. Maybe that week off. We talked about it.
Yep.
Maybe that week off will come back to bite them. We'll see.
Here comes the extra point. Now they used 2 kickers. This was Ethan Callahan was making the extra point. So 8:50 to go in the first quarter. It's EF 7, Mount Pleasant nothing. We'll take a break and be back with more on WSN.
There's so much you can do with technology. It's amazing. Armstrong gives you control of your home network and all the entertainment that makes your world go round. If you need help, we're easy to reach for support too. Armstrong, keeping you connected.
Supercharge your internet. Only Zoom Extreme from Armstrong combines unlimited data with whole home Wi-Fi. Delivered to you at the fastest speeds possible on our fiber optic network. Zoom Extreme from Armstrong. The future is faster. The future is now.
Have you or someone you know committed to play a sport at the next level? Let us know by emailing info@westmorelandsports.com so we can add you to our WSN College Commitment page. Our unique page features a list of current Westmoreland County student athletes that have made a verbal or written commitment to play a sport in college. No matter what sport at what level, our College Commitment page has you covered. Check it out next time you visit westmorelandsports.com.
And we're back here at Warrior Stadium as the kickoff for Mount Pleasant taken up to about the 27-yard line. So the Vikings will start there, 1st and 10, down 7-0 after the Zion White 40-yard touchdown pass to Zach Boyd and Ethan Callahan's extra point as we see it again.
I love
here.
it. Wide receiver screen, let it develop, let your blockers. This is all timing, TJ. This stuff just doesn't happen on Friday night. You're talking hundreds of repetitions beginning back in Heat Week in August, and there it is to the house. Again, poor tackling there on the part of the Vikings. They're going to have to clean that up, but right now it's punch for punch. The Vikings need to run this ball down the field and even up this ball game.
They do. So the Mount Pleasant offense, it'll be Reese on the keeper, and not much there. Maybe back to the line to gain. And that's it. Elizabeth Forward had everything clogged up front.
Yeah, Devontae Brownfield from that DB position came a storming up and made that tackle. There was absolutely nowhere for Tyrese to go on that one. Sorry, Brownfield coming from that linebacker position, not DB, but making his presence felt very early on here for Coach Fazekas and his Vikings. Again, this is a crucial contest. Pretty much whoever wins this game is the top dog in the spot. Now, they may not win the Interstate Conference because there's a lot of football to be played yet. We'll get to that later on.
But this is a big one. 2nd and 10, Reese. Swing it out to the left side to Labuda, and he'll get up to about the 30-yard line, maybe a 2 to 3 yard gain there, and that's it. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 8.
Looked like Niggett and Brownfield in on the stop there for the Warriors. Nice little pickup. I like the screen call. Hey, why not? If the Warriors can do it, so can we as the Vikings. So bringing up a pretty crucial 3rd down. Not great field position. You know, if the Vikings come up short, they're definitely going to have to punt away. And we've already seen how quickly the Warriors can strike. So need to take some time off of the clock, start to wear down on this defense, and more importantly, give your defense a break.
Pistol formation here for Reese, 3rd and 8. He's back, looking, and the pass is going to be incomplete. And the intended receiver there was number 20, I believe.
It was. That's Max Moore,
the tight end. So it's going to be a punt situation here for Mount Pleasant, Chris, a 3 and out.
It was a check down throw, downfield, nice downfield coverage by those Warrior DBs. Check down to Moore. Had him open, threw the ball a little bit behind him. Maybe the jitters still striking Tyrese. Again, a great quarterback, dual threat, will run, will throw.
And the punt is blocked. EF blocks the punt here, and they fall on it at the 25-yard line.
Give credit to John DiNapoli on that. Yep. He's taken 2 fumbles to the house. Now credit him with a punt block, and I'm going to take a look at some statistical stuff on the special team side of things.
You see it again here. This is what you didn't want to happen if you're Mount Pleasant. Look at that. Gets right in there, blocks the punt, and now EF is in business at the Mount Pleasant 25-yard line here.
DiNapoli taking advantage of that 6', 223-pound frame, just a junior, so we'll be back next year for head coach Mike Colodi.
Zion White in the shotgun here. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to air it out, and he was looking for Zach Boyd, but way over his head. Good coverage there by Mount Pleasant's Job.
Is that number 7? Yeah, that is number 7. That's Joe Bradomski on coverage right there. I don't see Tyrese out there. Looking for number 5. Usually playing that corner spot. Maybe they pulled him out to have a discussion. I don't think there was any injury. I didn't see anything, but maybe they need to talk about what's happening on the offensive side of the football. So Bradomski in there covering left corner dudes. Nope, actually he's going to split with Labuda right now. So obviously they're going to keep him pretty well hitched to somebody out there. Go ahead, TJ.
2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. This is Flournoy, and he goes to the right side. He's going to get close to the 20-yard line, about a 5-yard gain there. Set up 3rd and 5.
Yep, Jackson Hutter came up and made the stop on that one, but not before 5 yards. And look, we're seeing arm tackling here early on. They're not running through the ball carrier. They're not continuing to run their feet. There's 1. There's 2. You know, you can't have that happen against the this kind of a potent offense. You're going to stop them, especially if you're going to turn the ball over on a blocked punt deep in your own territory, bringing up a 3rd and 5, TJ. How about it?
Yep. Approaching the 6.5-minute mark of the first quarter. Here's Niggett. Niggett tried to cut back inside, and he slips around the 15, inside the 15 to the 14. That is going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, really, really close. The officials have their toes on the white line, and they're waving them on because they have now boycotted measuring. I haven't seen one high school measurement so far this year. Don't know if these guys have a hot date after the game, but they want to keep it moving. 6:18 and counting down here in the first quarter. 7-0. The host Warriors up, TJ.
Yeah, threatening again after the blocked punt. So Zion White again in the shotgun. This is going to be Flournoy, and Flournoy gets down to about the 10, so about a 5-yard gain. It'll set up 2nd and 5.
Nice job by Flournoy, rumbling and bumbling down through there. He was. Jackson Hutter on the stop, but not before a gain of 5. So Flournoy showing off that rush, that average per rush, up over 5 yards, just continuing to chip away at it. Padding those statistics of his. Certainly that's not his concern. He wants another dub for his Warriors, take over sole possession of first place of this 3A Interstate Conference.
2nd and 5. White. He's going to hand it off, and this is going to be
out.
DiNapoli fumbling the ball, but Elizabeth Forward falls back on it around the 6-yard line, and that's Kyle Flournoy. And he's going to be close now, just about a yard short, so it'll be 3rd and 1.
Maybe one of those designed fumbles. He wasn't going to get the touchdown up the middle as we get another look at it. Nice job there. It looked like big old, was that 26, Casey Schaefer? That was the linebacker. Yep. Casey Schaefer came up with the left uppercut.
Mount Pleasant takes the timeout, and we'll take one as well, and we'll be back with more on WSN.
You're always on the winning team with Bowser Chevrolet of Monroeville and Bowser Chevrolet Chippewa. Visit BowserChevrolet.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get the power of Bowser in your hands. With the new Chevy vehicles arriving weekly, reserve yours now at Bowser Chevrolet. See the full lineup of Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs at BowserChevrolet.com. Bowser Chevrolet, where the power of Bowser is yours.
And we're back at Warrior Stadium. 3rd and 1 coming up for Elizabeth Forward at the Mount Pleasant 6-yard line. 5:10 left to go in the first quarter. EF's up 7-0 on the Zion White 40-yard touchdown pass to Zach Boyd.
And it was literally a lateral pass, and it was all left up to Boyd after that. And boy, did he make a nifty run.
He did. So big 3rd down empty set here, and White is going to take the direct snap, go forward, and he has the first down, crosses the 5, gets down to about the 4-yard line. So now it's 1st and goal.
So Zion showing off his wills a little bit, and I love the play call. Absolutely love the play call. Why worry about any kind of exchange? You're 3rd and 1. You're in the red zone. Give themselves first down. The clock is moving. This Viking defense being backed up, not a good sign early on here for Coach Fazekas and this Viking team that needs a win on the road.
Yep, had the blocked punt, and then the defense has right back on the field. So we got 1st and goal from the 3 here for the Warriors. Pistol formation. White's going to give it to Flournoy, and he walks into the end zone.
Could have been 2-hand tag, and he still would have scored, TJ.
You and I could have walked in from there.
Yep, Flick, go get the truck and run it through there real quick. Look, they fire up the fire engine. They do it right down here at EF.
So it's now 13-0.
Extra point to come. As he said, they do run 2 kickers out here, so we'll get looks like they're going a different direction. You're trying to get a number on that young man as you get another look at Flournoy taking Beadle. It to the house. Yep, this is Beadle coming from the left side of the plate.
Yep, Logan Beadle for the extra point here. And the extra point is good. It didn't look pretty, but it went through. So with 4:31 to go in the first quarter, it's Elizabeth Forward 14 and Mount Pleasant nothing. We'll take a break and be back with more here on WSN.
We know speaking with your teen or your young adult about drugs and alcohol can be challenging, but is necessary. Remember to have a conversation, not a confrontation. Establish good communications, break through barriers, and be firm but loving. Here are some helpful tips. Choose a good place and time to chat. Talk with openness. Actively listen. Offer empathy and support. For more information, visit us online at wedacinc.org. Westmoreland Drug and Alcohol Commission. Prevention is key.
This is Sean Myers.
And this is Dan Flickinger. Join us every Wednesday night throughout the season for Westmoreland on the Gridiron.
We discuss the biggest news involving Westmoreland County and WPIAL football, break down all of the games with our Westmoreland Sports Network announcers, plus we're joined every week by local players and coaches.
And of course, everyone's favorite segment, the Plays of the Week.
10-5, goal line! Touchdown!
That's Westmoreland on the Gridiron every Wednesday at 7 p.m. only on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
And we're back here as the Vikings return the kickoff up to around the, looks like they'll put it down around the 30-yard line here as the Vikings trail 14-0, 4:25 to go in quarter number 1 as Kyle Flournoy, a 3-yard touchdown run, extends the lead, and that all, of course, Chris, was set up by the blocked punt.
For sure, yeah, it's been all Warriors here so far tonight. You know, I can't remember the play count, but maybe 5, 6, maybe 7 plays. 40-yard pass, Boyd takes it to the house. 3 and out. Well, you'd think it was 3 and out. Blocked punt on the part of EF. DiNapoli getting his paw on that. Great field position. Flournoy caps it off with a 3-yard run. 14-0. Here we go. Vikings working right to left on your screen. Going to be a handoff to Labuda.
Yeah, Labuda, a little burst of speed. He gets up to about the 35, and that's where he's met there. So a solid gain there. Looks like they'll actually put him at the 36. So about a 5-yard gain on that play.
Labuda, the heart and soul of this Viking running game, run that wing T, and I've seen them run it really well. I have, but then I see them be shut down too. So nice little pickup there on 1st and 10, picked up about 6 yards. So when you pick up 6 yards, TJ, it allows Coach Fazikis and his staff to dig a little bit deeper into that offensive playbook. You're not so transparent. It doesn't bring up that 3rd and 9 and almost always a passing play.
Yep.
You're going to get to maybe within 3rd and 2, and then it's an option. Which way do we want to go?
Now Reese hands it off. Here's Labuda. Oh, no, he fakes everybody out, including me. He passes it to Alexson, 40, 45, a little stiff arm, and he's going to get up close to midfield and a first down.
Yep, they get driving them out.
Yeah, I thought it was going to Labuda, but it was a nice pass to Alexson.
Well, then they did their job. They even sold it up front. We're going to get another look at it right here. I mean, you'll see everybody close in on Labuda, and they know how good of a runner he is. Yes, they're going to focus there, but a great play fake by Tyrese. Aaron Alexson, let me tell you, he's a mix. He's a hybrid. He can outrun you, and then he'll drop the boom on you. And you saw he did that right there to Niggett. Niggett driving him out of bounds, but not before they get to the Warriors' side of the field. First time tonight, 1st and 10. Vikings.
It's a 49. They're going to hand it off, a little motion. This is Alexson, and he gets about a yard or 2 there. Call it about a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Tackled down by number 60, Jace Brown.
Clock continues to go here, 3:17, 14-0 in favor of Elizabeth Ford as the Vikings need to put together a drive here and get some points on the board.
They do. No time to panic.
No,
They've
plenty
got
of time.
Plenty. Oh, my gosh. We got 12, 24, 36. Call it 39 minutes of football left. Anything can happen. One play away from making it 14-7. And we know the Vikings, they're splash play happy. They'll make it happen.
Alexson motions around the formation. This goes to Labuda, nothing up the middle, but he bounces outside and gets down to the 46. So gets something out of nothing there and picks up about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and third down.
Yep.
3rd down.
Let's talk about Charles Niggett for a second. I mean, what a great tackle. Clearly Labuda, the much larger ball player, goes low. Niggett is a freshman, 5'4", 136 pounds. I was bigger than that when I was in the 7th grade, and he's out there playing Friday night football, varsity football, taking down senior, big running backs. But he's smart. He knows when to go for the wheels.
This is big here, 3rd and 6 for the Vikings.
Got to sustain this drive.
They do. Going left, here's Labuda, and there's nothing. Got to give credit to Elizabeth Ford as Labuda was desperately trying to stretch that play out. And it's going to be 4th down. They may have even lost a yard on the play there, Chris.
It looked like they did, maybe a foot or 2. And I'll tell you what I like about this Warrior defense so far. I don't like the play call from Fazikis coming to the short side. If you're going to run that, stretch the wide side, especially with Labuda, because he'll outwheel these guys. You use that defense as the 12th defender, and that's exactly what this Warrior defense did, TJ. They just stretched it out, allowed that backside pursuit to get there, bringing up a 4th and 8, and they're going to keep the O out there.
They're going 4th and 8 for the Vikings. Shotgun for Reese. He's back. He's airing it out, looking for Labuda, and there's the flag.
Yep. Incidental contact, but nonetheless, they're going to throw it. They're going to get Devontae Brownfield. It was a complete accident. It really was. That wasn't Brownfield. That was actually
Flournoy. 23.
Was that 23 on the
coverage?
coverage?
It was.
We'll get another look at it here after we see the call.
So Mount Pleasant's going to take that. That's a big one there.
For sure. Now, take advantage of mistakes.
Exactly.
And TJ, can we say this? It's almost 12 minutes into the game, and that's our first flag.
That's right.
It's been laundry, laundry, laundry. Wait a minute. Why are they marching them backwards? Oh. Yeah, that's what I mean. Why did they march them up the field?
Okay, so they're going to mark. There we go.
Now, okay. So they had, you know what? They're getting it right tonight. Credit to the Zebras out there, because we've seen a lot of whistles where they'll come running in after they reset the football, and then they have a little Zebra huddle for about 30 seconds, prolonging that game. They won't measure, but they'll come in and make sure that they get it all right. I want to say thanks again to the staff here at Elizabeth Forward. A game. And I'll tell you what, the buffet outside, I will be outside at halftime.
So 1st and 10 from the 32. Here's Alexson with a burst of speed inside the 25, down to about the 23. And that was Labuda.
I'll
get it right.
Yep, he was patient. He waited for that seam to open up. He let his logging get another look at it right here. You can see the big guys leading up through, kind of seal off that wall. Credit, that's number 56 with the tackle, Richard Prokop, the junior, 6 foot, 232 pounds.
8-yard gain, 2nd down and 2. About 50 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Under center is Reese now. Don't see this much. Reese.
Sorry, TJ, I'm
That's
so excited.
okay.
I almost knocked your headset off your head.
And this time, I got it right. It's Alexson this time for a short gain. Maybe
like
about
it,
a yard
possession.
or so. And I think he'll
going to be about a foot or two
short.
Yep.
Going to be 3rd down.
But the clock is running, and this may do it for the first quarter. Man, I am just flabbergasted. There's only been one penalty. Because usually by now we'd have about 10 combined penalties. That's why I make the joke, Mama, get the Persil ready because Daddy's laundry is dirty.
Okay, Mount Pleasant's going to run one more play here on 3rd and 1, it looks like. They do get it off. Here's the handoff, and that's going to be Labuda. He's going to get the first down inside the 20 to the 19, and that is where quarter number 2 will start. The Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 19 as we see it here.
Credit Labuda with the athleticism. Watch this spin move. Spins out of it, leans forward.
And we'll take a break and be back with more on WSN.
Sendell Mitsubishi. Buying your new vehicle is as easy as stop, shop, and roll. Stop wasting time in the dealership. Shop online in just a few easy steps. Roll on home in your new Mitsubishi or have it delivered to your door. SendellMitsubishi.com. At Sendell Volkswagen, buying your new vehicle is as easy as stop, shop, and roll. Stop wasting time in the dealership. Shop online in just a few easy steps. Roll on home in your new Volkswagen or have it delivered to your door. SendellVolkswagen.com.
At D'Annunzio's, our menu is extensive with an abundance of selections. The next best thing to being at one of our 3 locations is having our frozen food and jarred sauce in your own home. For our frozen food selections, we have wedding soup, pasta vajol, lasagna, stuffed cheese rigatoni, ricotta cavatelli, and potato gnocchi. Our jarred sauces include the original, smooth, marinara, and tomato cream. These products can all be found at our restaurants or your local grocer.
Another big shout out to our friends here at Elizabeth Forward, having some good laughs with the director of personnel and the assistant superintendent. So I have to be on my best behavior here, TJ, and we all know that's a pretty tall task.
I was going to say, it's not going so well right now, huh?
Hey, we had some good laughs out of it all. Want to give a big thanks to Tony Paneri, the public address announcer here, giving the Westmoreland Sports Network a shout out over the airwaves here at Elizabeth Forward.
As we start the quarter, and Alexson's going to be driven back. We'll have to see where they mark the progress.
Brownfield all over him.
And it looks like that's going to be a loss back to the 25, Chris, as we start quarter number 2.
There was no forward.
There wasn't.
No, nothing. Nice job by Brownfield. Fought off that stiff arm by Alexson. I mean, that's not something you see every day. Alexson's got some power. Brownfield just posted up on it like he was going to hit a blow-through double. Does that young man wrestle? We need to get him on the mat because he blew right through that.
So it's 14-0 now, 2nd and 16 from Mount Pleasant at the Elizabeth Forward 25 out of a pistol formation here. Reese, he's going to fake it. He'll throw it. The pass is over through the hands of Alexson. And there wasn't anybody around there, Chris. That could have been a big gainer, but now a 3rd and 16.
They're lucky that the guys in black aren't running 80 the other way right now. That was dangerously tipped, and that's 2 back-to-back plays where you'll see something you don't normally see with Mr. Alexson. That's 1 TFL and a drop pass. That's a very catchable ball.
Yep.
You know, you had number 23 there. That's Kyle Flournoy closing in, and if he had his hands up, he'd still be running right now.
So a big 3rd and 16 for Mount Pleasant, down 14-0.
Robbie Labuda's got a good leg, but not from this distance, TJ. Not from this distance.
Alexson motions around, and now we have a flag.
It's going to be offsides.
So this will make it a little shorter, but it's still going to be a 3rd and long here.
Are they going to give it a false start? I thought the top side of the line came. I think when they jumped up top, I don't know if Flick would get another look at it, but you'll see them jump up top. Yep, right tackle, number 72 for the Vikings. That's big Micah Rodman, 6'1", 225 pounds, just a sophomore. Trying to beat the snap just a little bit. 3rd and a
country bound.
Attaboy, I teed it up for you,
21.
TJ. Yep.
3rd and 21. See what the Vikings can do here. Alex in motions to the left. Now there is.
Well, you better protect yourself there.
You know what, Chris? I want to say Reese. Did he think there was going to be a flag, and that's why he stopped like he did?
You can't do that. You can't do that. You've got to play through till you hear whistles.
I think that's what he thought there was going to be a flag. And look, they ended up losing 5 more yards. Watch
and
on the replay here. And a down. Look.
I don't know if it was. It sounded like miscommunication. With his center, I mean, he's got to have a talk with Yutzi. Definitely punt situation. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be up to the special teams right now. They need to pin this Elizabeth forward team back. If they're going to score, make them earn it.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I mean, they've got the offensive firepower to do it, but make them work their way down the field.
And such a promising drive, a high snap here. Reese is able to get it down, and he's going to punt it.
Nice punt out of bounds.
Let's see where they mark at the official running up the sideline, and it's going to be the 10-yard line. So such a promising drive there for Chris for Mount Pleasant, but couple penalties, couple negative plays, and unfortunately the Vikings come up empty.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, hey, you know what? But you've got some offensive momentum. You've showed you can run and pass this ball down the field. Get back to the sidelines. Unfortunately, in 3A football, most of you guys on offense are now out there playing defense. They don't have the luxuries of 6, maybe even 5A to come over and let's have a discussion as a unit. They need to be out there making tackles. So, but hey, this is exactly what the Viking defense needed to do. Nice job by Reese. Pin them back in their end zone a little bit. Now this defense needs to step up, get stingy, and stretch. Play the field. Keep those guys running lateral. Don't let them get north and south.
So 1st and 10 from the 10, 14-0 EF. And 10 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. White. He has time. Looking, nothing. Now he's going to take off with it. Cuts to the outside, taken down at the 15. Connor Johnson. And White is slow to get up.
Yeah, but holding on to that right knee, right shin. We'll get another look at it. Look like Johnson's he's getting up. Nice job by Johnson in the open field tackle here. You'll see him comes up, goes low. I don't know. It looked like Johnson took more of the brunt of that.
And there was a flag, but they picked it up. And White, it looks like he's going to continue.
Well, I'll tell you what, White, 6'3", 232 pounds. You know, he's only a junior, so I guarantee there are some Division I teams taking a peek at him. No, they're going to switch it out. John DiNapoli going to take over the quarterback duties. Says this is the wrong wristband. I'm going to need another one, Coach. So they're running the clock. They're not going to stop. It doesn't look like EF is going to take a timeout. They've got to complement a 3 here. 9:40 remaining in the second quarter. You know, you think maybe, nope, they're just going to run it. The heck with it.
2nd and 5.
Next man up, right?
DiNapoli at quarterback now. 2 receivers each way here. As the play clock comes down to 3, they get it off, and DiNapoli takes it. 20, 25, still on his feet up to about the 27-yard line, and a solid gain of 12 there and a first down.
Yeah, eventually brought down by Jackson Hutter, but nice patience, a little bit of shake and wiggle here at the beginning. Nice little head fake, and I'll tell you, some more arm tackling by these Vikings. Look, they're reaching out instead of running through and making impact. So DiNapoli just picking right up where Zion left off. That's got to be, a good feeling to know that whenever your starting quarterback goes down, you don't even need to take a timeout. Just give him the wristband and let him go. Yeah, right?
So it's 1st and 10 from the 27 of EF. They lead 14-0, 8:50 and winding here in quarter number 2.
I got a bunch of notifications for you too, TJ. How about it?
Oh, White's back in there now. And this one is caught across the middle on the catch is Niggett. Niggett still on his feet down to the Mount Pleasant 32-yard line. on a pickup of 41 yards.
Wow, look at the run. I mean, talk about an athlete eventually brought down by Jared Brown. Little bit of a juggle for Niggett here right at the beginning. Look at the ball on Zion now. A little bit of a juggle there. Great concentration. He's got 4 white shirts around him. He's a freshman. 5'4". Makes Labuda miss.
Couple missed tackles.
Nice job. And look who's there. The leader, Devontae Brownfield, just trailing him. They hold on to that football, youngster.
So now it's 1st and 10 from the 33 of Mount Pleasant. Here's the handoff, and this is Brownfield this time, and he goes forward, and he's inside the 30, and they're going to put him down at about the 27, so about a 6-yard pickup there.
How about it, TJ? East Allegheny 35, Gary 0, 2:17 in the first. Wow, 35 nothing. Sorry, Flick, Dairy grad. Latrobe 20, Franklin Regional 14. So the Wildcats having themselves a quality season. Greensburg Salem and Mars tied at 6. That's in the first. Norwin 7, Mount Lebo 0. 10 minutes left in the second. A little bit of a shocker there. Topped off at the 6A, taking on the bottom of the ladder in Norwin there.
Brownfield gets it, and he gets to about the 25, and that's it, as Mount Pleasant was all over that one. About a 3-yard pickup there.
My man Jack Ridenauer over at over at Clairton. 6-3, Clairton over GCC. And I think that's all I have for you right now. No, Penn Trafford 21, Connellsville 0. So Penn Trafford on a roll. A little bit of a rocky start there for the Warriors. But I'll tell you what, since they took down Bell Vernon, TJ, they've been rolling.
3rd and 2 for Elizabeth Forward at the 25 of Mount Pleasant.
I meant Thomas Jefferson, not Thomas Jr.
2 receivers each way. White takes the snap, takes off with it, and he's going to have the first down as he gets to the 21, picks up 4.
I love the play call. You know, Coach Collodi, you know, we've seen 2 3rd and shorts. Mm-hmm. Just put it in White's hands. Let him pick and choose where he's going to go. Let his Hogs do it up front. Look at the patience. He doesn't just take off. He's looking. Makes the guy miss right there. I think that was Yutzi firing through. Maybe, number 56, 55, maybe late. No, that was 53. Ryan Yutzi missed tackles. So a lot of missed tackle opportunities, a lot of arm tackles. Zion picking up his mouth guard off of the turf. Protect them teeth, young man. You only get one set.
Here's the pitch, and this is Niggett. 15, 10, 5. Charles Niggett, they're going to put him down they're going to put it at the 6-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal, Chris.
Great athleticism. Eventually brought down by Tyrese. We're calling a lot of level 2 and level 3. That's who we're crediting for these tackles. Mm-hmm. It's nobody up front, TJ. Once or twice maybe we've called some of those interior guys crediting their names for tackles, but so far it's been all 2nd level, 3rd level, majority of those 3rd.
Yeah. 1st and goal from the 5 now for EF. Here's White, keeps it. Goes to the right side. There's a flag down.
From behind. Looked like maybe a holding, TJ?
I think so,
It's only our 2nd one, man. We're celebrating.
We are. So White got close to the goal line, but it looks like this is going to come back as we await the call here. And it is.
Yep. I think that's one flag apiece for each team here, so pretty clean game.
So it'll be 1st and a little longer now. 1st and goal from the 15-yard line now. 5:50 to go in quarter number 2, 14-0. Elizabeth Forward, but they're threatening here at the Mount Pleasant 15. White in the shotgun, man to his left, and Niggett motions, and he gets it coming to the left. Niggett at the 10, trying to get to the outside, but he's taken down.
Nice open field tackle there by Labuda. Niggett, you see, we'll get another look at it here. He's got an evil stiff arm for a 5'4" guy. I mean, he dropped somebody, but eventually Labuda came up and tied up the wheels. We'll get another look at it right here. I think that was Connor. Yeah, that was number 4, I believe, Connor Johnson. Great stiff arm. I mean, he just saw his head kind of rear back. So for a freshman, bright future for this running game.
So it's 2nd and goal from the 11. They pick up 4 on that one. Double sidecars. Back in the backfield with White. He's going to keep it. White straight ahead. inside the 5, gets down to about the 2-yard line where it'll be 3rd and goal.
Rumbling and tumbling. I mean, the kid can do it in the air. He can do it with some, a little bit of pizzazz. He's going to drop the shoulder right here, take a couple people out. High step, keeps the wheels a-turning inside the 5. Warriors threatening to make it 21-0 before half. Not what the Vikings need.
3rd and goal. 2 receivers each way. And here comes White again. Takes it straight ahead and
football.
Ball's out.
Nope, I think they said
they're
down.
Going to say he's down first. Yep, so it is a touchdown. And EF now leads 20-0.
Now we'll look at our instant replay up here, and there go those fire trucks. I love when they do that. You got to love when the community gets involved with your local school districts. I mean, that just talks about partnership. And I mean, you're in southwestern Pennsylvania. Let's get another look at this, see if this ball squirted out a little early. That ball is out.
And yeah.
That's a fumble.
But
nothing they can do about it. 21-0.
As Callahan makes the extra point, so it's EF 21, Mount Pleasant nothing. Back with more on WSN.
The Westmoreland Sports Network is available on social media. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and like our page on Facebook for the latest Westmoreland County sports news, WSN broadcast links, scores, game stories, videos, pictures, and much, much more. Also be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for archived interviews and broadcast highlights. The Westmoreland Sports Network is available whenever and however you want it.
Score big with the Bowser family of dealerships featuring GMC, Buick, Cadillac, Subaru, Hyundai, and Nissan. Looking for a new car, truck, or SUV? Visit powerofbowser.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to find your perfect vehicle. Get the absolute best price and the best car buying experience anywhere. It's the power of the Bowser family of dealerships. Route 51 South on top of the hill.
And we're back at Warrior Stadium, all Elizabeth forward so far as they get their 3rd touchdown. Zion White, a 2-yard run, extending the lead to 21-0 with 4:13 to go in quarter number 2.
Going to bring up the right-footed boot man. He's going to put it away. This one's going to go to Johnson. He's got, oh no, it's the up man.
Taking it at the 15. And a nice, decent return up over the 25 up to about the 27 for Mount Pleasant.
Yep, that was Connor Johnson. Came up from his up position. Nice patient running right there. Not bad field position. They've got to build on that last offensive drive. Yes, it didn't yield any points, but let's build on that momentum. Let's make something happen in 4 minutes and 8 seconds. We can't not go into the locker room down 21-0. And I'm not speaking on behalf of Westmoreland Sports Network. I'm talking on behalf of Coach Fazekas and this Mount Pleasant Viking team on the road here tonight. This, again, a crucial 3A Interstate Conference game. The winner going to take over sole possession of first place, but a lot of football to be played. We'll talk about that at halftime.
Reese, pass complete to Labuda, stays on his feet and crosses the 40 for a first down. A pickup of about 13.
That's what we're used to seeing. That connection right there, a little bit of a handshake between Reese and Labuda. A little bit of a high toss, I would have to say. If you keep Labuda grounded here, he can hurt you. He's fast out when he's got a lot of green in front of him. He's got to go up. Avoids that hit. That was number 3 coming in, Zach Boyd. But nonetheless, move those chains. Vikings.
About a 12-yard pickup there. 1st and 10 for the Vikings at the 40. Here's the handoff, and this is Labuda, and gets a couple yards, sneaks ahead maybe for about 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Some of that Le'Veon Bell patience right there. Labuda kind of got tied up and was waiting. He was hiding behind his offensive tackle. I think I was on the right side. Maybe Micah Rodman or Eicher was kind of hiding, waited for something to open up, and then attacked that seam, picked up 2, maybe 3. They're going to give him 3 on the gain. 2nd and 7. Need to get a nice chunk here. Keep the clock rolling, but we got to put points up.
And remember, Mount Pleasant will get the ball to start the second half because they deferred at the beginning. Reese fakes the handoff. He'll roll out to his left. Pass is complete, and that's going to be Garn inside. inside the 40, or they're going to put him right down at the Elizabeth forward 40, a pickup of 17.
Nice job by Garn. Out there, I don't know, miscommunication. Definitely playing zone defense right here. Nobody out there in the flat. Garn found himself a nice little open spot. Fights down to the 40, so continuing to fight even after contact. Host of tacklers, including Kylie Rush.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Vikings, 2:51 to go before the half, down 21-0, but they are at the EF 39.
Nice job getting out of bounds and stopping the clock, too.
Save those 2 timeouts.
For sure.
Reese is going to keep it and go forward, and this will be a short gain.
Maybe give him 2 or 3, TJ. Look, Spencer Ross in there on the stop.
Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8 from the 37 coming up for Reese as the clock continues to wind, 2:26.
Crucial offensive drive here for the Vikings. I know I've said it a couple of times, but they've got to go in. They've got some momentum, but they need the confidence. You know what I mean? They get the ball back in the second half, make another drive happen, and get back in this ball game.
It's going to be Labuda going to the left side, and he'll get down to about the 32-yard line, so picks up about 5 there. It'll be 3rd down and about 3.
Richard Prokop.
Yep, Richard Prokop credited with the tackle there. Prokop out of his outside linebacker position. They run that 3-5 defense here, do the Warriors. Don't see too many 3-5s in high school football, at least not any of the games that I've called. They do it pretty well. They've got a goose egg up here right now, TJ.
And as I said, they only allow 7 points a game. Here's Reese. Takes off with it, and Reese gets down close to the 25-yard line, so he's going to get the 1st down on a pickup of 7.
A couple more updates for you. Latrobe 27, Franklin Regional 14. A little bit of a shootout going on there. 9 minutes in the second. End of the first. Mars and Salem tied at 6. Unity East Allegheny 42, Derry 0, 11:42 to go in the second on that one. Again, I want to thank our man and President Dan Flickinger, my dear friend, recently married. We always like to mention that on air. July 31st, what a great day that was. We've got stoppage and a timeout. EF's going to burn their first.
With 59 seconds to go, 29-0. EF leads, and we'll take a break and be back with more on WSN.
We know speaking with your teen or your young adult about drugs and alcohol can be challenging, but is necessary. Remember to have a conversation, not a confrontation. Establish good communications, break through barriers, and be firm but loving. Here are some helpful tips. Choose a good place and time to chat. Talk with openness. Actively listen. Offer empathy and support. For more information, visit us online at wedacinc.org. Westmoreland Drug and Alcohol Commission. Prevention is key.
This is Sean Myers.
And this is Dan Flickinger. Join us every Wednesday night throughout the season for Westmoreland on the Gridiron.
We discuss the biggest news involving Westmoreland County and WPIAL football, break down all of the games with our Westmoreland Sports Network announcers, plus we're joined every week by local players and coaches.
And of course, everyone's favorite segment, the Plays of the Week.
10-5, goal line! Touchdown!
That's Westmoreland on the Gridiron every Wednesday at 7 p.m. only on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
We're back at Warrior Stadium, 59 seconds. As I continue to lose my voice here.
It's because I'm so excited.
I know, 21-0. Elizabeth forward, and Reese throws it up and over one hand of Alexson. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 as we have 55 seconds to go in the half here.
I like the play call on 1st and 10. Go for it. Been a lot of run. Maybe they've sucked that in.
Reese took a big hit there too, yeah.
Reese is tough.
He is.
He's missed a game earlier on. I think it was against Latrobe. Yeah, he took one in the ribs, but hey, that's why they wear the rib pads, right? Just over the outstretched arm of Alex and Kylie Rush in pretty tight coverage, 5'11", 155 pounds.
Reese up under center here on 2nd and 10. Motion man to the right. Reese, all kind of pressure. He dumps it off, and it was
It was a screen, and it was very, very well read.
And that was to Labuda, and he's down.
I think Labuda, I think it's a classic case of got the wind knocked out of you. He's just trying to catch his wits about him here.
Look at this, an all-out 3 guys there.
Well, that hurts because, he was stretched out. I mean, he had JPK, that's Proctor Krause, needed to be out in front of him a little bit, but it was well sniffed out. I think leading the charge there, trying to get a number. Was that number 56? That was Richard Prokop. Called his name a number of times tonight. Hope that Labuda is okay. I mean, he is the heart and soul of this offense. Looks to be just fine. Maybe that is a terrible feeling when you can't breathe, when you're sucking for oxygen. Looks to be okay, so I'm sure we'll see him back out at least by the second half. Get another look at it here. You can see JPK. Oh, yeah, he took that one right in the rib cage.
So now a big 3rd and 10 here for the Vikings at the 26. 52 seconds left in the half.
And don't forget, the Warriors still have 2 timeouts.
They do.
We've seen how quickly they can strike.
Yes.
So if you're the Mount Pleasant Vikings here, did we just run the football?
Maybe try to get a field goal.
Well, I know you're down 21-0. Flick's making a point off the air, but maybe Reese can get it done with his feet.
Possibly. So let's see. And they're going to fake the handoff. Reese goes to Alexson, and it's picked off.
That's Boyd.
Boyd on the interception. And so another drive, Chris, comes up empty for Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, they brought Jarrett Brown in. Jarrett Brown, another good running back option for Coach Fazekas while Labuda is out. And I like the call. I honestly think Boyd wanted this football more than Alexson did. I mean, he steps right in front of it.
He does. Look at that.
You know, right there, you've got to turn from wide receiver to defender and rip that ball out of there. And he just didn't get it done out there. I mean, luckily, it's very, very deep in Elizabeth forward territory. If you're Coach Collodi, what do? Do you put the brakes on, be happy going in 21-0, or are we hammer down? Smitty's here. They're going to hammer down.
They're going to hammer down. 1st and 10 for EF at their own 10 on the after the interception. Here comes Niggett to the near side, 15. He almost slips out of a tackle there, but he's taken down at the 16 after about a 6-yard pickup.
Learned that Charles Niggett's mother is she's a teacher here at Elizabeth Forward, and his grandfather was a once-a-time school board member. So there's no getting around the classroom work for Mr. Niggett. You know, when you live with a teacher, it is studies first, athletics second, as it should be. And Coach Collodi going to let the clock run out here, just be content at 21-0. Again, the Vikings will take over. They'll receive the opening half kickoff, but I think we have the Excella Health halftime show coming up, TJ, don't we?
We do, and we'll have that in a moment. Halftime, it's all Elizabeth Forward right now, 21-0 over Mount Pleasant. We'll be back with more on WSN.
Up next.
The most incredible machine ever created didn't come with replacement parts. Until now. Rebuilding the human body takes skill, not just science. Some of the region's most accomplished orthopedists are right here at Excella Health. Our team of specialists are using non-surgical treatments, minimally invasive procedures, and the most sophisticated and complex surgical techniques to restore all aspects of human motion.
All right.
Whether you walk or fly. Orthopedics at Excella Health. Expert care begins here.
For over 35 years, Stevenson Insurance Associates in Greensburg has been saving their customers money on their auto insurance. If you are a safe driver and dissatisfied with the cost of your auto insurance, call Stevenson Insurance Associates at 724-832-9889. Lock in your great rate that won't change year to year unless you move, add a new driver, or buy a new vehicle. Call Stevenson Insurance Associates today for your free quote on auto, home, business, or life insurance at 724-832-9889.
This is Sean Myers.
And this is Dan Flickinger. Join us every Wednesday night throughout the season for Westmoreland on the Gridiron.
We discuss the biggest news involving Westmoreland County and WPIAL football, break down all of the games with our Westmoreland Sports Network announcers, plus we're joined every week by local players and coaches.
And of course, everyone's favorite segment, the Plays of the Week.
10-5, goal line! Touchdown!
That's Westmoreland on the Gridiron every Wednesday at 7 p.m. only on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
There's so much you can do with technology. It's amazing. Armstrong gives you control of your home network and all the entertainment that makes your world go round. If you need help, we're easy to reach for support too. Armstrong, keeping you connected.
Supercharge your internet. Only Zoom Extreme from Armstrong combines unlimited data with whole home Wi-Fi. Delivered to you at the fastest speeds possible on our fiber optic network. Zoom Extreme from Armstrong. The future is faster. The future is now.
The Mount Pleasant Area Tower Powered Viking Marching Band is under the direction of Tom Murphy and Assistant Director Michael Buxton. Percussion is under the instruction of Dale Desmond, and the color guard instructors are Crystal Ray and Emily U. Kasich. My name is Tony Wilson, and I'm honored to have been able to be with you here this evening. Thank you, Elizabeth Forward, for hosting us, and let's go Vikes!
May I have your attention, please? Jennifer Garn, owner of a tan Subaru, please move your vehicle from the back of the high school. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you to the 2021 Homecoming Ceremony. Our first couple, Riley Kuhn and Maxwell Selenkevich. Riley, the daughter of Keith and Dawn Kuhn, is the treasurer of the senior class. She has been a member of the girls' golf team for 3 years and served as a captain this past season. She's a member of the Student Government Association, National Honor Society, and the Ish Company. She spends most of her time working at Frosty Cone. She plans to attend a 4-year university to study nuclear medicine technology. Maxwell, son of Robert and Maria is a 4-year member of the boys varsity soccer team. He is a 3-year letterman and has been playing soccer for 9 years. Maxwell was also a member of the track and field team for 3 years. He plans to pursue a degree in nutrition with hopes of traveling the world. Riley and Maxwell. Our next couple is Avery Parkins, escorted by Nathaniel Radica. Avery, daughter of Sean Parkins, has played girls volleyball for 6 years and is a 2-year letterman on the varsity team. Avery has played on P3R's club volleyball team for 4 years. She has been awarded the Scholar Athlete Award throughout her high school career. She enjoys spending most of her free time with family and friends. After graduation, she plans to go into a trade school or to Penn State Greater Allegheny to play on their volleyball team. Nathaniel, son of Ted and Michelle Radica, is a member of the National Honor Society. He is a 4-year member of the boys varsity baseball team. Nathaniel also plays travel baseball in his free time. He plans to study pre-med after graduation with hopes of continuing his baseball career in college. Avery and Nathaniel. Our next couple is Grace Smith, escorted by Anthony Valerio. Grace, daughter of Tom and Leslie Smith, is a 4-year member of the girls volleyball team and 2-year letterman, serving as captain for varsity. She has also played 3 years of club volleyball. Grace is a 4-year varsity starter for the girls softball team and plays softball for Team Pennsylvania. She helped lead their team in 2019 and 2020 to win Class 4A section champs. She is a member of the Ish Company, National Honor Society, and Leadership Academy. Grace is committed to play collegiate softball at Slippery Rock University and major in their physician's assistant program. Anthony, son of Tony and Dana Valerio, is a member of the National Honor Society. He's a 4-year member of the boys varsity soccer team and a 2-year letterman and starter. After graduation, Anthony plans to attend a 4-year university to study mechanical engineering. Grace and Anthony. Our next couple is Faith Gregory, escorted by Devontae Brownfield. Faith, daughter of Pam and Mike, is a lettered member on the girls volleyball team. She has played volleyball for 6 years, including playing on club teams. Faith is a member of National Honor Society, Student Government Association, the SAD Club, and the Ish Company for 3 years. After graduation, she plans on attending West Virginia University for sports and exercise physiology and athletic training. Devontae, son of Latoya Brownfield, is a student ambassador. He has played varsity football and track for 4 years. Devontae has also been on the wrestling team for 3 years. After graduation, he plans to play football at a 4-year university with hopes of playing in the NFL. Faith and Devontae. Our next couple is Sage Smith, escorted by Kyle Flournoy. Sage, daughter of Chad and Laura Smith, is a member of the National Honor Society and the Ish Company. She is a captain of the girls' varsity cheerleading squad. Sage is an academic athlete and spends her time working at Frosty Cone. She has performed the ukulele and the piano for the past 11 years. After graduation, Sage plans to attend Penn State University to study engineering with the hopes to become a member of Penn State's cheerleading team. Kyle, son of Clarice and Renard Flournoy, is a student ambassador. He has been a member of the varsity football team for 4 years and plans to join the track team this year. Kyle spends most of his free time with his friends. After graduation, he plans to attend a 4-year university for mechanical engineering. Sage and Kyle. Our next couple is Mara White, escorted by Vincent Marino. Mara, daughter of Tim and Jody White, is a member of the National Honor Society, Ish Company, and Spanish Honor Society. She's a captain of the girls' varsity volleyball team. As a 4-year member and a 2-year letterman, Mara is also a member of the Westmoreland Elite Volleyball Club, whose team was the first to get a bid to Las Vegas. Mara plans to attend a 4-year college specializing in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics after graduation. Vincent, son of Dean and Kelly Marino, is a 4-year member of the boys' varsity football team. He is a starter and letterman for the team, as well as a member of the track and field team. After graduation, Vincent plans to attend either a trade school or university. Mara and Vincent. And now to present our crowns and flowers to the king and queen is Miss Paige Myers, the 2020 homecoming queen for Elizabeth Forward High School. She is excited to be back with us. Paige currently attends school at West Virginia University, where she studies exercise physiology. Currently attends, in addition to her studies, she is highly involved in Exercise Physiology Club, and she is in the first year leadership activity club. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the big event. Your 2021 homecoming king is Maxwell Selenkevich. And now, ladies and gentlemen, every king needs his queen by his side. The 2021 homecoming queen is Riley Coon. Congratulations to all the participants on the 2021 homecoming court, and congratulations to your 2021 homecoming king and queen, Maxwell and Riley.
And we're back here at Warrior Stadium, halftime, as we welcome you to the Excella Health halftime show on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Excella Health, expert care here. Visit excellahealth.org. It's 21-0 in favor of Elizabeth Forward, Chris, here at the half.
Yeah, it's been all Warriors all night long. We saw some glimmers of light and hope out of the Viking offense, but both of those kind of came to abrupt endings. They were moving to football, 3 and out on that first drive. Block punt led to the second touchdown, 3-yard run. And then they had another one stall. They were moving the ball down the field, turnover on downs, and then that last one stalled. Beautiful interception by Boyd, stepped right in front of Alex, and a Reese pass. And that's kind of where the half came to an end. I know you have the recap there if you want to go ahead and share that with all of our viewers. And we want to thank you for staying with us through the Excella Health halftime show. Go ahead, TJ.
So as we start here, the Warriors started the scoring at 8:50 of the first quarter. It was Zion White, a 40-yard touchdown pass to Zach Boyd, as you see it here. And as you mentioned, Chris, really It turned into 40 yards, but it was a lot of
all Boyd
at the end there. That's our first score of the game, 7-0, and then Ethan Callahan added the
now we're going to see the punt block right
now
here.
Here's the punt block. Yeah, this would end up setting up the next score for EF.
See D. Napoli get his big right paw up on it there.
Right in there. And so Elizabeth Forward has started at that drive at about the 25-yard line. And as I said, Kyle Flournoy would finish it off with a 3-yard run at the 4:31 mark. And it made it 14-0 EF after one quarter. And then we only had one score in quarter number 2. It was at the 4:13 mark. It was Zion White, a 2-yard run. And Callahan added the extra point, and there's our halftime score, 21-0.
And not that it's going to make any difference. And here will be the Boyd pick.
Yes.
This is tough. The Vikings are moving to football. Reese kind of blindly threw it up. It was right to Alex, and I'm telling you, that was just a matter of will right there. And Boyd wanted it more. Give it up for Zach Boyd. Number 3 jumped in front of it. Zach Boyd, just a junior. And we just saw a number of the Warrior seniors out there. I know I saw Flournoy was out there. Brownfield was out there because it is indeed homecoming. It was can't remember, was it Kylie? And I can't remember the gentleman's name that won. It was not a football player. As we take a look at the current standings here in the Interstate 3A Conference, Elizabeth Forward looking to make it 4-0. Mount Pleasant will drop to 2-1. So that makes it interesting. You've got Mount Pleasant who beat Southmoreland, TJ. Say Southmoreland next week at Russ Grimm Stadium takes down Elizabeth Forward. So now you've got 3 teams with 1 loss. And don't forget about South Park. I haven't gotten an update on what's happening with them
That's who
just
Mount
yet.
Pleasant plays next week.
Yep, so Mount Pleasant plays them. So it really doesn't get any easier. And in WPIAL, high school, Pennsylvania football, nothing is easy about it. Go over a little bit about what's happening in 3A. Out of the Allegheny 7 Conference, you have North Catholic and Freeport, the top dogs there at 3-0 and 2-0. This conference here, again, Elizabeth Forward and Mount Pleasant 3-0 and 2-0. And then the 3A Northwestern 6 Conference, you have Central Valley and Avonworth at 2-0. So all roads, the goal, try to get to Heinz Field if that's still where they're playing. All 6 divisions, they are. I got the nod from Flick. Not all 6. They do play 2 off-site somewhere, but it's not an easy road to hoe, that is for sure. Some other interstate games going on tonight right there on your screen. And we got word from our friend down the way here, Ducky, that the WPIL, a group of people, are going to be discussing on Monday, TJ, what to do with that no contest for Southmoreland Brownsville and then them forfeiting tonight, because you got to pay attention to Gardner points when it comes down to your WPIL selection show.
Yeah, so we'll see with these forfeits and things like that. And do you want me, or we're going to take a break?
Or we're going to take a quick break?
We'll take a break, and we'll come back with more here from Warrior Stadium. It's 21-0, Elizabeth Forward at the half on WSN.
Stay up to date on the latest happenings in Westmoreland County sports in our Westmoreland Sports Notebook every Monday on westmorelandsports.com. We take a look back at the week that was in Westmoreland County sports with any news you may have missed during the week, like updates for high school football, soccer, and volleyball, area coaching changes, individual accomplishments, and so much more. Grab some coffee and start your week with our Westmoreland Sports Notebook every Monday this fall on westmorelandsports.com.
At Sunbelt Mitsubishi, buying your new vehicle is as easy as stop, shop, and roll. Stop wasting time in the dealership. Shop online in just a few easy steps. Roll on home in your new Mitsubishi or have it delivered to your door. SunbeltMitsubishi.com. At Sunbelt Volkswagen, buying your new vehicle is as easy as stop, shop, and roll. Stop wasting time in the dealership. Shop online in just a few easy steps. Roll on home in your new Volkswagen or have it delivered to your door. SunbeltVolkswagen.com.
D'Annunzio's Italian Restaurants is open 7 days a week at all 3 of our locations, Jeanette, Monroeville, and Latrobe. We invite you to join us for our specials. Monday, the special is spaghetti. Tuesday, it's raviolis. Wednesday, it's lasagna. And Thursday, it's chicken parmesan or chicken romano. Be sure to try our drink specials and our fabulous desserts. And remember, we also have takeout available at all 3 locations.
The Manor Valley Golf Course in Export is proud to announce the opening of their new banquet facility. It's perfect for sports banquets, Christmas parties, and weddings. This new facility can hold up to 180 people, so if you have an event coming up, Manor Valley Golf Course can host it. Golfers, they specialize in league play, fundraising outings, and have great membership rates. Give them a call at 724-744-4242 or online at manorvalleygc.com.
Welcome back here to Warrior Stadium. Mount Pleasant and Elizabeth Forward going at it here tonight. I stole TJ's thunder and brought us back. Dan Flickinger here on the halftime show. TJ, I thought I would step in, maybe give some scores, give you a chance to go out and eat some more, because you obviously need it. How much do you weigh? Like 110 or something? 90 pounds?
I wish, man.
90 pounds soaking wet?
Go ahead.
Something like that. But
you're in charge, so you do whatever you want.
Well, the biggest score, I think, is Norwin and Mount Lebanon, tied at 7 at halftime.
You sure?
Everybody's eyebrows going up over that score for sure, and we're actually broadcasting. And we don't want you to change the channel or change the link or whatever, but wow, what a score there at halftime. North Catholic only up 14-0 over Deer Lakes. It's interesting. Latrobe in a shootout, 40-20 over Franklin Regional. I think the Panthers scored on like a hook and ladder or something like that to end the first half. So that's certainly an interesting score there at Memorial Stadium.
I think I read somewhere today they were celebrating the 70th anniversary of Memorial Stadium today.
Yes, because, well, I had to stop at Latrobe High School, or Greater Latrobe, to give something to Zach Hyde. And so I'm talking with Zach, and he goes, you have any cash on you? I said, no, of course not. I never have cash on. And he's like, well, we're selling shirts to commemorate the anniversary of Memorial Stadium. And I'm like, do you have Venmo? And he's like, well, how's that going to work? I said, well, I can Venmo it to you, and then you can pay your cash and give me a shirt. And he's like, nah, I don't have cash on me. I said, exactly. I said, I never do either. So he's pretty funny. Yeah, he's a Mount Pleasant graduate, too. Yeah. So we're giving Zach Hyde a little bit of a shout-out there. He was a heck of a baseball player at Mount Pleasant and Seton Hill University. At the half, Mars and Greensburg-Salem are tied. I believe it's 6-6. Freeport 14, Burrell nothing. That is, of course, a score in Class 3A. I don't want to give you the EA Dairy score. It's not going well for the Trojans. The last check, Clairton led GCC at halftime 12-3. That's certainly a big game. Penn Trafford 46, Connellsville nothing. And we got a tweet from Rush Petter, the Penn Trafford historian. He said that Nate Schlesinger kicked the longest field goal in Penn Trafford history tonight, 48 yards. So he's been just amazing all season. So he's fun to watch. Even if he's doing kickoffs, TJ, he boots them through the end zone.
So we're going to see him on Sundays soon, a couple years?
Maybe, yeah. Well, first maybe Saturday. Maybe be in the PSAC. I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm really not sure there. So those are the scores that we have. Don't forget westmorelandsports.com/scores, and I'll give it to the ever-excited Smitty to handle the second half here with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I got to give a little bit of an explanation as to why I am so truly excited. I mean, I'm happy to be here with you. I love my job. I love doing this. I love all of you. Thank you for all your kind support. Don't forget to give us a follow on Twitter at Westmoreland as said. Like us on Facebook, Westmoreland Sports Network. So 5 minutes into our pregame show, I get a call on one phone from my father, then calls the other phone. And I'm worried, like, what happened to my father? He's 69 years old. He's in, pretty good health. Here, he's huffing and puffing. He's like, Chris, I shot a big one. And I'm like, you sure you didn't shoot yourself? Because you're really breathing really, like you sound very labored. And so obviously I couldn't be there to help him track it. I called two of my very dear friends. I got to give a shout out to Nathan and AJ. They drove all the way from West Point and Greensburg. Not all the way, but it's a 25-minute drive out, and they are hot on a trail. They said they will have a buck by the time we get back home. So big shout out to my father. And here we go with the second half kickoff, TJ. Vikings need to get back into it right on this drive.
For the Warriors.
So as we wrapped up our Excella Health halftime show there, Excella Health Expert Care here. Visit excellahealth.org, and the Vikings will receive. Again, they deferred here to the second half.
That was Callahan on the boot.
And here comes the return. And getting up to about the 23-yard line there is going to be Connor Johnson.
I think that was Connor Johnson. Yep, it was Connor Johnson. Connor, just a 5'10", 165-pound senior. Call his name a lot earlier on in this season. Games 1 and 2 were amazing for Mount Pleasant. I mean, they had that wing tee burning on all cylinders, throwing up big-time points over the Borough Bucks, and the Derry Trojans seems to be a trend over there at Derry this year. A little jab to my man Flick. Sorry about that. But not so much here tonight. But, hey, we still have 24 minutes of football, TJ. They need to start right here, buddy.
They do. Down 21-0 as we're just underway here in the second half. It's a big game here in the Interstate Conference. Reese on the keeper. Whoa. Takes a big hit. Driven back. They'll give him his forward progress for a yard, but that was a hard-fought yard,
Sure,
Chris.
I think Kyle Flournoy a little upset he didn't get the homecoming king crown, so he took it out on Tyrese.
Boom! Wow.
Drops the boom, stays on the leg. Solo tackle for a loss. TFL for Flournoy. So one of the leading tacklers, also one of the leading rushers on the opposite side of the football. Very busy man here tonight. Not even a break at halftime.
No.
He had to escort a young lady out.
2nd down and 9. And this is going to be a sweep here to the near side to Alexson, and nothing as Elizabeth forward over that. Boyd was the first one, and also Sukup was the other one. And not the way Mount Pleasant wanted to start here, Chris, going backwards and have a 3rd and long now.
You know what? I'm seeing the Greensburg-Salem game coming back out. You're playing against a very fast defense that will stretch the field out on you. They'll use the the sidelines as that 12th defender. And I'm not used to seeing Alex in that many tackles for losses, but they don't seem to have an answer. He was able to fend off the first defender, but Boyd came up and finished him off.
So now it's 3rd and 12 for the Vikings here. Need to get something to keep this drive going. Reese is on the run. He's going to keep it. He's going to get up and taken down hard as he goes out of bounds over the 25, but still way short of the first down, and the Vikings are going to have to punt. Not a good drive to open the quarter.
No, it's big Nick Murphy. I mean, talk about speed. You're chasing after Tyrese, who's got some wheels. Nick Murphy jumped up on his back like a big old bear. It goes back to the saying, drop the refrigerator, Mr. Tyrese. Nope, that's just Murphy on your back again. Standout wrestler here for the Warriors. Had the opportunity to call one of his matches last year in section wrestling. Reese got that one just away.
Taken around the 40-yard line. That's going to be Niggett. 45-50, look out. He's at the 45 of Mount Pleasant. He tries to stiff arm somebody, but he's taken down at about the Mount Pleasant 43. So Elizabeth Forward's going to start on the plus side of the field here, up 21-0 with 9:57 to go.
Niggett, 6 returns, 121 yards on the year, averaging just over 20 yards, and he has taken one to the house. Just a freshman, 5'4", not even 140 pounds. Again, his mother is school teacher in the district, so surely getting it done in the classroom, and we've seen what he can do out here on the football field. You love those all-around, well-based kids, getting it done in all aspects of life, so a big shout-out to him and his family.
So Elizabeth Forward's going to have the short field to go here as White hands it off, and this is going to be Boyd. Boyd at the 35-30, 25-20, cuts inside, and Boyd is going to get into the end zone for the Elizabeth Forward touchdown of 43 yards, his second of the night.
Yep, and I'll tell you what, he had DiNapoli right in front of him, and I think he gave DiNapoli a little shove on the bottom, said, get it moving. He saw the seam. Look, he's following him right around.
Yep.
And that's textbook. It's textbook. So, look, you got a hat on a hat. Not a very good effort there by Mr. Alexson. I'm not happy. I'll have a word with him. An arm tackle right there. I mean, the Viking defense really is just making it too easy. Labuda will get away with a little bit of a face mask right there. No laundry to be thrown, but I don't think Mr. Boyd cared because he just hit pay dirt, and that one is up and good, TJ, just like that.
Yep, 28-0. So Elizabeth Forward with the short field, and they capitalize. They lead 28-0, and we'll take a break and be back with more on WSN.
There's so much you can do with technology, it's amazing. Armstrong gives you control of your home network and all the entertainment that makes your world go round. If you need help, we're easy to reach for support too. Armstrong, keeping you connected.
Supercharge your internet. Only Zoom Extreme from Armstrong combines unlimited data with whole home Wi-Fi. Delivered to you at the fastest speeds possible on our fiber optic network. Zoom Extreme from Armstrong. The future is faster. The future is now.
And we're back at Warrior Stadium here.
Sorry, I had to punch you to get you to go.
I was going. 28-0. Elizabeth Ford, Zach Boyd, 43-yard touchdown run, his second touchdown of the night. He had a 40-yard touchdown pass back in the first quarter.
That could have been the knockout punch, since we're talking about punch. And Boyd, 2 TDs tonight, and they're going to go with the lefty this time. That's Logan Beadle.
And a return here, about to the 20. They're going to say Hutter on the return to about the 27 for Mount Pleasant.
Credit Kylie Rush, number 11, with the stop. So great, not very deep kicks, but I'll tell you what, they're fast getting down there in their lanes, and not awesome field position for the Vikings. I'd like to see him out over the 30, just not really able to get there. So we get another look at Mr. Boyd's run off of Mr. DiNapoli's right side. There was a little bit of a question from our friend up here if there was too many men in the backfield for the Warriors, but nonetheless it doesn't count. Well, we'll call it even because it was definitely a face mask here by Lamuda. So those penalties negate one another. 28-0 Warriors.
And we have an incomplete pass here as we start 1st and 10 to Alexson. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Mount Pleasant. Down 28-0. 9:39 to go here in quarter number 3. So the Vikings come to the line here. Reese is going to come up under center here. A motion man to the right. Reese, a handoff and nothing. Elizabeth forward all over that one.
He ran into the welcoming arms.
That was Alexson.
Devontae Brownfield. I mean, he said, just come here, number 32. I got you. I'm going to take you down to this green turf.
And it looks like he lost about maybe 2 or 3 yards on that.
Yep, somebody missed the block for sure on that inside trap handoff. Picking up a motorcycle on the crowd mic outside, taking me back to the Derry days with the Harley-Davidson tunnel that the Derry area Trojans enter through from the school to Trojan Stadium. Going to bring up 3rd and a very unmanageable 14, TJ. Not where the Vikings want to be on their second offensive drive of the half.
Yep, behind the chains. Reese gonna pass, and it picked off right to Niggett. There wasn't even a Viking in the area code, and Niggett returns it inside the 20.
Yep, guard.
And all Elizabeth forward now, Chris, as they're in business again.
Yep, they're looking for that mercy clock, and you know what? Why not? It seems to follow me around southwestern Pennsylvania. Niggett turned in, went from defensive back to basically a receiver. Garn didn't even go up for it. Credit Garn with the tackle, the touchdown save.
Yeah.
It was that far over his head. I don't blame him for not jumping. I mean, Niggett's everywhere.
He is.
He is just a freshman. Going to be a nice career for him here at Elizabeth Forward.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Warriors at the Mount Pleasant 20. DiNapoli, quarterback, takes the snap, and he'll keep his legs going, and they're only going to give him a yard to the 19, and that's where the Powell pushes him back. So it'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, nice stop up front, but unfortunately maybe a too little, too late kind of scenario, TJ. I mean, that whole interior was in on the tackle. I won't individualize anybody on that, but that's really the first time tonight that we've gotten a call from somebody up in that front 4 or 5 interior. Other than that, it's been all level 2 and mostly level 3 that we've been crediting with the tackles, and you can't do that against a great offense.
No.
Going to spread them out here, huh?
They are. Trips to the right, a lone receiver to the near side. DiNapoli again takes off with it, and about another yard, and that's about all. So it'll be 3rd down and about 8 now.
Ball squirted out there. I think he might have been down, Dylan Winters. I don't know if it was a fumble return or not, but the USA chants get started here on the Elizabeth Forward student section, and the Mount Pleasant Viking student section very uniquely dressed in their PPE, and that is personal protection equipment, in their green and orange vests and hard hats. So maybe right now Coach Fazekas can afford to put some of the kids out there and let them take a crack at it, because his starting defense has not had the answer here so far this evening.
3rd and 8, White now back in at quarterback, and he'll give it to Brownfield. Nothing, and Brownfield's trying to get to the outside, but nice job by Mount Pleasant to stay on him, and that's going to be a loss back to the 21, so loses 3 yards.
Yeah, maybe their first TFL of the night. Connor Johnson didn't get the tackle, but you'll see him slow Brownfield down, and that's what you got to do. You've got to allow for that backside pursuit to get there. Nice job, goes for the wheels. And you'll see 21, I think that, Jared Brown coming in and finishing off Mr. Brownfield, going to bring up 4th and 11, and why not? Go for it.
Yep, they put trips to the left side, one receiver to the right. White has time, going to the right side, and it's going to be caught, yes, by Boyd, and he's real close to the first down marker, and they give it to him, right? Yep.
I want to take
no,
it is a turnover on downs.
Oh, okay.
I thought I saw the I never really. Usually, you see an official come flying in there, and to be honest, I think it's a classic example of I'm not really sure. Did you see it? And I'm not saying you got to make an immediate call, but have some authority when you make it. We'll get another look at it right here.
Yeah, I knew it was close.
Looks good there.
I think
still looks good.
I think
that's a catch.
That is.
And a first down.
Yeah, I mean, it was a catch, but I thought, I
Come
thought
on,
he
it's
had
Mr.
it too.
Boyd. The kid hasn't done anything wrong all night. Why are you going to call him wrong now?
Well, Mount Pleasant will take that. Turnover on downs, but they got the long field to go now. They start at their own 11, and here is Reese. He keeps it, and he's going to be dropped for a loss back to the 8-yard line. Just Elizabeth Forward in the backfield, Chris.
I'll tell you what, they're not falling for the RPO one bit. They've got somebody keyed up on Reese. It looks like Reese is going to have to come off the field. He lost his lid, so that's going to bring out number 1, Cole Chatfield, the freshman. We've seen him a couple of times. He's a small guy, 6 foot, 150. Actually, I think they're lying on that, because there is no way he is 6 foot tall. He's about as big as Niggett. But I've seen him manage the game. He's been in on a number of games where Mount Pleasant's gotten the mercy rule clock going. And, only needs to be in here for a play, but unless he can make something happen and change Fazekas' mind.
The handoff is to Alexson this time, and he goes to the left and gets up to maybe about the 11-yard line, so probably got the yards lost back.
TJ, good news.
Yes,
I didn't mean to cut you off. The Golden Lions, our Golden Lions, up 13-6, 5:49 to go in the third. Freeport 21, Borough 9.5. Also have
and 3 on the play.
So they pick up 3. It's 3rd down and 10 now here. 4:42 and winding in the third quarter. Mount Pleasant a 3rd and 10 coming up from the 11. Motion man around the formation, and the handoff.
Lost the ball.
And the ball comes out, and there it is. Yep. Flournoy.
All the way, Flournoy.
Flournoy picks
Johnny
it up.
on the spot. He's had a big hit. And now a fumble return, and I believe that is perhaps, let me look at my defensive statistic, fumble returns.
Well, now we're going to have a late flag, probably a celebration here or something. We'll have to see it again here, but there's the ball coming right out. And then it got kicked there, it looked like, and it was kicked into Flournoy's hands. About a 20-yard return up the far sideline.
Wow, a lot of fumble recoveries for this defensive unit out there. I mean, they just got a nose for the football. They get in there, they rake it out, they fall on it, and now, hell, they'll even take it to the house on you. So, yeah, there is going to be an excessive celebration. I have zero room for that. I have no patience for it. I have a hard time blaming the kids when you talk about some of their role models. That's why I believe all celebration needs to be pretty much expunged from sports. Give somebody a high five, but all this dancing and extracurricular crap needs to go away, because this is what happens. These kids, they see that stuff on Sundays and they think they can do it on Friday nights, and there's just no room and no excuse for it. I mean, yeah, they're up 34, maybe soon to be 35-0, but it's inexcusable in my opinion, TJ. A lot of fumble returns for this defense, though, so credit them with a nose for the pigskin.
And here's the kick by Beadle, and it is good.
Barely.
So Elizabeth Forward will set the mercy rule now at 35-0 with 4:21 to go in the third, and we'll be back on WSN.
There's so much you can do with technology. It's amazing. Armstrong gives you control of your home network and all the entertainment that makes your world go round. If you need help, we're easy to reach for support too. Armstrong, keeping you connected.
Supercharge your internet. Only Zoom Extreme from Armstrong combines unlimited data with whole home Wi-Fi. Delivered to you at the fastest speeds possible on our fiber optic network. Zoom Extreme from Armstrong. The future is faster. The future is now.
Have you or someone you know committed to play a sport at the next level? Let us know by emailing info@westmorelandsports.com so we can add you to our WSN College Commitment page. Our unique page features a list of current Westmoreland County student athletes that have made a verbal or written commitment to play a sport in college. No matter what sport at what level, our College Commitment page has you covered. Check it out next time you visit westmorelandsports.com.
And we're back here at Warrior Stadium, and it's all EF as well. The mercy rule as it's now 35-0 as Kyle Flournoy, a 20-yard fumble return for a touchdown. That's his second of the night. He had a rushing touchdown back in the first quarter. So EF kicking off here, and Johnson with it, and he'll cross the 35, and he'll get up to about the 36, 37-yard line. And that's where Mount Pleasant will start. But again, the deficit, 35-0, and it's been all EF tonight, Chris.
For sure, and this really helps out the future, the sustainability of this EF success, because now it gives Coach Collodi the opportunity to start filtering in some of those younger guys, that younger talent, continue to let them get used to the Friday night lights, the pressure. Of course, they're going to be playing against the first team. No, they're not. Cole Chatfield came running out onto the field, so Coach might have pulled Tyrese out for this one. But they're going to start to put in those younger guys, give them those quality repetitions, because it's a next man up mentality. You never know. Guy goes down, you got to be ready to rock and roll, and they're eventually going to graduate, and you're going to get your chance. They're going to get it here tonight.
So the Vikings take over. And the first play, this is going to be Labuda, and he's going to get up to about the 38-yard line, so picks up 3.
I think Zach Boyd in on that stop kind of got Labuda's wheels tied up just a little bit. Spencer Garn runs in the play for the Vikings. Again, we're on a running clock as we approach 3 minutes, 35-0. I believe this will be my 6th mercy clock call of the year. So, we're going to start calling it the Smitty clock. Attaboy, Flip.
Second down. And here's another handoff, burst of speed for Labuda. He'll get up to about the 44 for a 6-yard gain. Set up a third down.
Brought down by Richard Prokop. Coming up from his linebacker position, chasing down Labuda. Now, a little bit more manageable. Third and a long 3. But you need to get it. Right now, and I unfortunately have to talk about this so frequently this year, the game's out of reach. I mean, nothing is ever over, but now it's about the small victories. Let's have success from play to play. Let's move the football. Let's manage the football. Let's not turn it over. Positive yardage. Alexson going to not have positive yardage on this one.
think he got one to the 45, still well short of the lead sticks. It'll be 4th down and about 2 maybe.
Yeah, a long 2, and here comes, it looks like the punting unit.
Yep.
And very wisely, I mean, don't add insult to injury. Punt it, make this Warrior offense earn it all the way down the field. And as I said a moment ago, I think you're going to start to see some of the younger guys getting in, those underclassmen. And that's very important, again, to the sustainability and the future success of a program. And I'm sure head coach Mike Colodi is very aware.
As Labuda punts this one away.
Nice Viking bounce.
It does, and it goes out around the 20. Looks like they'll put it down, yep, right at the 20.
Right at it, buddy. Good call. Looking through all of my paperwork that I have taped to the press box window in front of us. I don't know how you saw that.
I don't know either. Lucky. 30, so 35-0, and we have 1:46 to go in quarter number 3. The clock will start to roll here in a minute or so. Yep.
As soon as the ball's set, you'll hear the official. There he goes. He wound it. Still hasn't started. There it goes.
There we go.
So
now EF taking over.
Rushes my time with all of you out there tonight. That doesn't make me happy. Hey, don't forget you can email us. Seeing the little envelope up there. Flick isn't working hard enough, so we need him to do some more here for us tonight. Also manages 6 other broadcasts that are happening remotely. But yeah, we need more to do. And there's that Viking D.
Flournoy taken down by Jackson Hutter.
Yep.
I mentioned him at the beginning, Chris. 35 tackles coming into the season, leads the defense for the Vikings.
Not a big guy, but he plays very explosive. Jackson Hutter's 6 foot, 180 pounds. I think these guys are fudging a little bit on their height. I've been next to Hutter, and I'm 5'11 and a half. Yeah, I'm still sneaking in that half. But, hey, nonetheless, tackle for a loss there. Brings up 2nd and 11 as we approach 55 seconds here in the 3rd quarter on a mercy clock.
Pistol formation here. And we'll swing out to Niggett. Niggett is going to get up close to the 30-yard line, close to that lead stick. And I think he is going to have the first down or be real close right at the 30, and it is a first down.
I think that's going to probably do it here for Q3. Going to let it run as there's 28 seconds on the play clock, 17 on the big boy clock, and that's just it. Coach Mike Colodi calling his offense over. So, TJ, I think we have to take a break, don't we?
We do, I believe, right? That's always the cue,
I don't
right?
know. Yeah, our boss is saying,
That's right.
Yeah, we do.
So the end of the 3rd, Elizabeth forward 35, Mount Pleasant nothing. Coming back with the 4th quarter on WSN.
There's so much you can do with technology. It's amazing. Armstrong gives you control of your home network and all the entertainment that makes your world go round. If you need help, we're easy to reach for support too. Armstrong, keeping you connected.
Supercharge your internet. Only Zoom Extreme from Armstrong combines unlimited data with whole home Wi-Fi. Delivered to you at the fastest speeds possible on our fiber optic network. Zoom Extreme from Armstrong. The future is faster. The future is now.
Have you or someone you know committed to play a sport at the next level? Let us know by emailing info@westmorelandsports.com so we can add you to our WSN College Commitment page. Our unique page features a list of current Westmoreland County student athletes that have made a verbal or written commitment to play a sport in college. No matter what sport at what level, our College Commitment page has you covered. Check it out next time you visit westmorelandsports.com.
All right, time for the 4th quarter, 35-0 Elizabeth forward over Mount Pleasant. TJ DeStefano, Chris Smith, Dan Flickinger, and Marcus Weekland with you here tonight at Warrior Stadium. As EF starts at their own 30.
Look at that, TJ. They found the buck. That's
there
a shout
is.
out to my old man, Michael Smith. Look at that beauty.
Wow.
He called, like I said, if you weren't on earlier at halftime or at pregame show, look at this. Little play action.
White airs it out. Oh, there's going to be a flag at the end. And
he knew it.
That was number 11.
Joe Radomski on the coverage, and number 11 was Kylie Rush. Yeah, and you know what? Radomski knew it. He didn't even look at the official. He just hit himself on the head. But yeah, another big shout out to my old man, and I want to say thanks to Nathan and AJ for going and helping. That is a beaut.
So pass interference on Mount Pleasant and an automatic first down. So that takes the
first down, Warriors.
As they mark off the penalty here. And the ball goes up to the 45-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 for EF. And the clock now goes after the penalty with the mercy rule in effect. Pistol formation here. 3 receivers to the left side and 1 here to the near side.
I thought you were nudging me. Here, you're just scratching your arm.
Yes.
Like, what'd I miss?
Sorry.
What'd I miss?
And White will hand it off. And here's a rush by Flournoy. Skips a man. Oh, he slips a tackle. Look at that. Another missed tackle. And Flournoy into the end zone. 45 yards.
Dun-a-dun, dun-a-dun.
That'll be his 3rd touchdown of the night, Chris.
Mr. Dangerfield here from the Steelers. I'm sure he'll be talking about Mr. Flournoy to Coach Tomlin. Got to keep an eye on this young man. Oh, we got laundry. Mama, get the Tide stick out.
Oh, is this coming back? Let's see. Just look at the running here, and especially right through here. Look at that. Slips a tackle, slips another.
Great balance.
Yep.
Hey, that's why champions are made when nobody is watching. And I guarantee he's doing balance, agility, footwork drills when nobody's watching. And that's when it happens. Unfortunately, one of his comrades guilty of a penalty. And how many times have we seen that this year? I mean, I really felt bad at Seton Hill when they had 2 95-yard kickoff returns called back.
Yeah.
One was kind of a bogus call, but hey, it is what it is, right?
So the penalty will take the ball back to the 38. Now, this is going to be Brownfield, and not much there. Mount Pleasant in all the gaps as Brownfield with another. Is there another flag? No, there isn't. We have Brownfield down now, so there's an official's timeout.
Yeah, let's do a little
we
bit
haven't
of
done
this.
that yet.
Yeah, we haven't. Our man, Caden DiCaprio, no relation to Leonardo. Burl was voted as our Week 6 Westmoreland Sports Network Player of the Week. DiCaprio ran for a $149 and 3 touchdowns in the Bucks' victory over Deer Lakes last week. DiCaprio was a special guest on Westmoreland on the Gridiron. You can watch his interview on our YouTube channel. Congratulations to our other Week 6 nominees, Devin Whitlock of Bell Vernon, Penn Trafford's Nate Schlesinger, and Greensburg-Salem's Cody Rubrecht. Don't forget to vote for the Westmoreland Sports Network Player of the Week each and every week. And we're going to keep it right here. It looks like, wow, he looks like he's in a little bit of pain.
Yeah.
Hobbling a little bit. And how about for the latest on Westmoreland County High School football? Tune into Westmoreland on the Gridiron every Wednesday night at 7 on the Westmoreland Sports Network. My man sitting next to me, Dan Flickinger and Sean Myers, do a great job there. Westmoreland on the Gridiron features discussion on the biggest stories in high school football, a breakdown of all the games, plays of the week, and special interviews with a coach or player. That's Westmoreland on the Gridiron, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on WSN. So it's nice to see Devontae working his way off the field by himself, but hopefully nothing serious, because that would be a major blow to both sides of the football for Coach Collodi and the Warriors here at Elizabeth Forward. Tough kid, though. I don't want any help. I'll walk off on my own, so you got to like that, Will. Nonetheless, 35-0. Clock will stop there on an injury. So 10.5 to go, and as soon as this official steps out, you'll see the man in white roll the arms. Yep. There it is.
Here we go. 2nd and 16 for EF. Pistol formation, the handoff. And this is going to be, I believe, Flournoy.
Flournoy stopped in the backfield.
A loss on the play getting in there for Mount Pleasant is number 50, Jack Kramer, on that stop.
Yeah, Flournoy and Brownfield, your two leading rushers, next to Zion White out of the QB position. He likes to tuck and run. We've seen that. So hopefully Brownfield just a little shook up and can shake it off. I'm sure his evening is done. I hope we don't see him anymore this evening. No need to bring him back out. Up 5 touchdowns under 10 minutes in running, TJ. So imagine they're just going to keep it on the ground like they've done all night long. Yep. Why change anything up? Keep the clock running.
And as soon as you say that, they throw it, and it's incomplete. White looking for Boyd.
That's why I don't bet.
That's for me either.
That's why I don't bet. So,
but this is the perfect example. If that, the clock would have stopped here, but it's going to keep going because of the mercy rule. And this will be a punt now, I think.
Have we seen a punt at all tonight from the Warriors?
I don't think so.
I don't believe that we have. And number one, is Niggett going to do the punting? Oh my gosh, does the punting too. It better be a really, really good snap. I mean, we've seen him jump up, but at 5'4", he can only jump so high. Number 5, he's got Zion, his starting quarterback, in front of him, protecting him. And talk about David and Goliath on the same side of the football.
Ooh, not a very good punt.
But it's going to take a Warrior bounce.
Let's see where they mark it. About the Mount Pleasant 39, so that's where the Vikings start 1st and 10. Trying to get some kind of points here,
Sure,
Chris,
we've seen Niggett do a lot. Maybe Coach Colodey's going to want to work the hallways here at Elizabeth Forward and look for a punter. Because, a lot of people, they don't give the credit is due to special teams. It's the third aspect of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, offense has to happen, defense has to happen. But how many games have we seen? We saw the first 2 Seton Hill wins. Yes, their defense was stingy and they won, but it was one on the foot of Hogger, the Hog Man, the Hog Club, 2 long field goals. He's also a Mount Pleasant alum. Thank you, Flick.
Yeah, special teams.
Tied the record for the longest kick in Seton Hill history at 46 yards and a loss to Slippery Rock about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, special teams, that can come up big in a game is
on the Golkowski.
Golkowski.
Getting chippy down there. He lost his lid.
And he's got about a yard to the 40. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Lane Golkowski, a junior, 5'7", 135 pounds. Now, that is accurate. That is accurate. These guys, I think they were fudging the numbers for the Vikings. But, so the Vikings going to fall to 2-1 in the conference. 4-0 go the Warriors. They'll take over sole possession of the WPIAL AAA Interstate Conference.
And then you'll have Southmoreland going to second.
Face mask, gotta be.
Then you'll have Southmoreland going to second place with the 3-1 record. So Mount Pleasant will be in 3rd at this point.
Yep, and then you have Southmoreland. I'm going to see if there was a face mask here on Cole Chatfield. He about got his neck broke. Yeah, that's face mask all the day. Almost ripped his head off. You still have Southmoreland and Elizabeth Forward next week, and that's over at Ruscrim Stadium.
That's going to be a big one.
So, nothing is done by any stretch of the imagination. Still have South Park in the hunt, who Mount Pleasant will play next week. So a lot of football to be had.
So pretty much at this point, Mount Pleasant's going to have to win their last 2 games.
Yep.
And
hope.
And hope, and see what happens from there. But they're definitely going to have to win out.
It's like a Pittsburgh Steelers scenario. They can't just win it themselves.
And Chatfield, he was looking for Golkowski, but way over his head.
Yeah, he's looking for him on that seam route, and it looked like Golkowski had a step.
Is that Chatfield
Yeah, that's
down?
Chatfield must have taken a shot very quickly rushing out there. He's up on his own.
And the clock will stop momentarily at 6:53 on the officials' timeout.
Maybe a little bit ginger on that left leg. I don't know if it was an ankle or knee, but he's making his way off. And I don't think that Tyler Reese was injured. I think maybe they just figured, let's get a change of pace here.
And in a game like this, you don't want your starting quarterback to be hurt.
Yeah, they're looking at that left knee thanks to Man Bun Weekland up there on top of the crow's nest. We love Marcus. He's actually growing out his hair. He's donating it. It's a very sweet cause. My hat's off to him. There's no way I could grow my hair out that long. It would drive me nuts. But when he wears it in a man bun, I have to. I'm sorry, but no, we love Marcus. He does a great job. And we love all of you for staying with us on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Once again, a Smitty clock now in effect here at Warrior Stadium.
Then Labuda will punt it away.
Nice punt.
Taken by Niggett. Niggett gets up to the 30, and he's going to be swarmed and driven back there.
Host of tacklers.
And a flag. There's
a flag down
as well.
there.
Yep.
Yeah, it looked like maybe a face mask. Of course, they missed the last one earlier. Limited laundry out there tonight. It'll be a light load. Light load. Keep it on delicate.
Yeah, so Mount Pleasant, as we said, South Park and South Allegheny left. Elizabeth Forward has Southmoreland and York left as the season wraps up. This one goes back to the 16-yard line. 35-0 Elizabeth Forward, 6:36 to go in the game. With the mercy rule, the clock will start going here in a moment. And there it goes.
Some updates around the way here. Go ahead and call this one, and then I'll get to it, bud.
So 1st and 10.
Oh, we're going to have stoppage.
Oh, and there's a
too many men?
Yep. On Elizabeth Forward, so they'll go back 5 more.
You know what happens, I think? They may be starting to work in some young guys, and there's a little bit of confusion. So these are like rookie rule mistakes, and that's okay. No harm, no foul. I mean, it's going to back you up in your own red zone. So, hey, our Salem Lions jump up on Mars 19-12, third quarter. Final from East Allegheny, 68-0 over Derry. Now here's Mount Lebanon back to form, 21-7. Heidenrich with a 77-yard touchdown, 11:49 left in the fourth there. A little bit of a tight game there for Mount Lebanon. Norwin hanging in, but it looks like Mount Lebo running away.
Yeah, credit to Norwin, though.
For sure.
And Flournoy gets it up to about the 15 or the 16-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing with nothing to lose over there at Norwin. Yeah, I mean, they haven't won a conference game yet. Go out there and give it hell, and it looks like they have. 20-10 Clareton over GC. That's in the fourth.
2nd and 10.
Freeport 21, Burrell 9 at the half. Burrell looking for their second win of the season. We're under 5.5, TJ. Moving right along here at Warriors Stadium. I expected, again, on paper it was a great game, but the Vikings came out flat, and it's just been Warriors all night long.
Yep. They take the play clock all the way down to 1, and now here's Flournoy. A little burst of speed off the left side up to about the 26 or 27, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Kyle Flournoy, 5'9", 186, runs with great vision, and he runs north and south. He gets there quick, and when he gets that hole, he gets to speed quickly. And I'm actually a little bit shocked that he's still in the football game. I truly expected Coach Collodi to start working in some of those younger guys, not for the repetitions of those guys, but to avoid any injury. I mean, you've got a good thing going on here, TJ.
Yep.
You already have Brownfield out of the game. I mean, it didn't look serious. He walked off the field under his own power, but certainly wouldn't want to get 2 of your starting running backs, your top 2 running backs, injured in the same evening.
Looks like all the guys. Zion White's still in at quarterback. Niggett's in there.
They're just tough down here in Elizabeth, I guess.
DiNapoli's still in there, and DiNapoli gets it this time on the carry off the left side, gets up close to the 35. Actually, they'll put him down at the 34.
Jack Kramer with the tackle. Vikings.
About a 7-yard pickup there, as we're at the 4-minute mark now. 35-0 EF.
Don't forget to
second down and 3.
Vote for your Player of the Week. Camden DiCaprio Burrow was voted your Week 6 Westmoreland Sports Network Player of the Week. Ran for 150 yards and 3 TDs. You can catch his interview on our YouTube channel on Westmoreland.com, WestmorelandSports.com. Congratulations to the other finalists, Whitlock of Bell Vernon, Schlesinger of Penn Trafford, and Salem's Cody Rudrecht. Don't forget to vote each and every single week. And make sure you tune in on Wednesday night to Sean and Flick. They do such a remarkable job. TJ partners with Sean just about every Saturday on Seton Hill home football games. Go ahead, TJ. I'll come back to it.
Flag behind the play. Flournoy gets up to the 40. Probably going to come back.
Yep.
Yeah, and we'll have Seton Hill tomorrow against Gannon. It's homecoming at historic Offit Field.
Yes, it is.
And
yes,
we'll be
it is
there.
Historic. Now, let me ask you this. You grew up right above Offit Field.
Correct.
So was it Friday, ritual for you and your family to walk down every Friday? No, it wasn't? No, not at all.
Sometimes we.
I was not expecting that answer. No. It sounds like when Sean asked Roger. Sean will say, "Do you want to play trivia, Roger?" Roger goes, "No."
No.
Because we all know how Sean likes to play trivia, and I don't know if there's a moon out there. I don't think it's cloudy, but we would have to radio up to Marcus that we need to get the moon for our man Sean Myers. He loves seeing the moon. Usually sets right over around the courthouse area. And tomorrow at 3 o'clock, you all will be on.
Yep, 4 o'clock is the kickoff.
Yep, I think I will be there. It is Luke's homecoming night at Lake Trobe, so I may have some duties there, but I would like to get back. They have some Hall of Fame inductions, including a Seton Hill great. Go ahead, TJ.
Oh, and here's Brownfield. Good to see him back in the game as he gets up over the 30 to about the 31. Don't worry, we'll get you that courthouse shot tomorrow, too,
yeah,
Chris.
For sure. I think it's colored pink, right, for Breast Cancer Awareness Month? Is it pink?
Yes,
it was purple last month for Recovery Month.
Yep, now it's pink.
Yep, but our man Tyler Zimmer, he Penn Trafford Warrior, standout, went to Duquesne University and then transferred to Seton Hill University. One of the former student athletes at Seton Hill being inducted into the Hall of Fame, so I'm going to do my best. TJ and Sean are up in the booth and Flick on production.
Yep.
I'm always down on the sidelines chasing Coach Dan Day around the field, and I like to try to catch up with a special guest, and for sure Tyler will be my special guest of choice tomorrow evening at halftime.
Yeah, Griffith's coming off that win 1917 at Mercyhurst last week, so hopefully they can build on that. All Logan Weiland, yeah.
3 TDs.
And that ball carrier there was Jordan Wilmore for EF as he's taken down. Looks like he about lost a yard back to the 30.
Yep.
1:37 left in the game.
Your coach physique is no time to hang your heads.
No.
You've got to get right back to it. You've got South Park, who's also in the hunt here in the Interstate Conference. You're going to have to lick your wounds, get back into the war room, the film room. I would honestly take a very quick look at this game, and then I would throw it in the bonfire.
Yep.
Not too much to learn from this. You just didn't play your game of football. They weren't getting it done up in the interior. They weren't getting it done on either side of the football. And to be quite frank, they weren't getting it done on special teams, as they are going to have a stop.
They'll take a time. Elizabeth Ford takes a timeout with 1:07 left and 4th and 7 coming up.
Huh. I have no idea why, but I guess we'll step away for a minute.
And we'll be back in a moment.
You're always on the winning team with Bowser Chevrolet of Monroeville and Bowser Chevrolet Chippewa. Visit BowserChevrolet.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get the power of Bowser in your hands. With the new Chevy vehicles arriving weekly, reserve yours now at Bowser Chevrolet. See the full lineup of Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs at BowserChevrolet.com. Bowser Chevrolet, where the power of Bowser is yours.
We're back at Warrior Stadium. 1:07 left as Elizabeth Ford takes a timeout here. It's 4th and 7. As they will punt here, I believe. And Niggett is back. And with the ready for play, the clock will begin. Well, I guess it will be on the snap. There it goes. So I guess they're going to wait here and let the clock run down, and they're going to punt it. So here comes Niggett, and he punts it away.
Kid does it all, doesn't he, TJ?
Takes a bounce, goes right up into the air, right to Johnson, and then he'll be met at the 45. Yeah, and we've been talking about Niggett, Chris, only a freshman, so EF has him for another 3 years after this one.
How about it?
It's amazing what he's done. We've seen him run it as a receiver, a punter.
Yep.
Yeah,
I wouldn't hang my hat on his punting ability just yet. But, Coach's going to have Zion White back next year. You are going to lose Brownfield. He's a senior, also going to lose Flournoy. But, when you have somebody like Niggett that's so explosive, we've seen him run it in, be on the receiving end of it. So, but I'm sure they've got some depth here.
Oh, yeah.
They WPL finalists a year ago, looking like they may have another run at it here in 3A football. 3A stacked.
Yeah,
it really is. You've got the top dogs in the 3A. You have Central Valley and Avonworth in the 6 conference. You have Elizabeth Forward, Mount Pleasant, Southmoreland here, North Catholic, and Freeport. And then, so a lot of football to be played, and I think that's going to be just about it. No, they'll have to run one play. There's about 4 seconds of difference. But, if you're Coach Collodi, hammer down, baby, because you're going to have a good contest next week when you come over to Westmoreland County and take on the Scotties at Rusgrim Field. Not sure where our viewings are going to take all of us. Flick, do we have any interviews before we sign off? No emails? Sorry, I said interviews. I'm tired.
The EF lost in the championship game last year to Central Valley.
Yes. That's going
to be it.
Yeah.
So our final score tonight, Elizabeth Forward 35, Mount Pleasant nothing, as EF goes to 4-0 in the conference and 6-2 overall. And Mount Pleasant falls to 2-1 in the conference and 4-3 overall. We'll be back with our post-game show in a minute here on WSN.
We know speaking with your teen or your young adult about drugs and alcohol can be challenging, but is necessary. Remember to have a conversation, not a confrontation. Establish good communications, break through barriers, and be firm but loving. Here are some helpful tips. Choose a good place and time to chat. Talk with openness. Actively listen. Offer empathy and support. For more information, visit us online at wedacinc.org. Westmoreland Drug and Alcohol Commission. Prevention is key.
This is Sean Myers.
And this is Dan Flickinger. Join us every Wednesday night throughout the season for Westmoreland on the Gridiron.
We discuss the biggest news involving Westmoreland County and WPIAL football, break down all of the games with our Westmoreland Sports Network announcers, plus we're joined every week by local players and coaches.
And of course, everyone's favorite segment, the Plays of the Week.
10-5, goal line! Touchdown!
That's Westmoreland on the Gridiron every Wednesday at 7 p.m. only on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
There's so much you can do with technology. It's amazing. Armstrong gives you control of your home network and all the entertainment that makes your world go round. If you need help, we're easy to reach for support too. Armstrong, keeping you connected.
Supercharge your internet. Only Zoom Extreme from Armstrong combines unlimited data with whole home Wi-Fi. Delivered to you at the fastest speeds possible on our fiber optic network. Zoom Extreme from Armstrong. The future is faster. The future is now.
This is how far we'll go to treat heart, lung, and vascular disease. 15 millimeters. At Excella Health, we believe less can be more. That's why we use minimally invasive surgery in the treatment of coronary artery disease, heart valve repair and replacement, lung cancer, and conditions of the peripheral arteries. For our patients, that means less blood loss, less post-operative pain, and a faster recovery. It means that a disease process that took decades to develop can, in a few hours, be reversed. And for us, it means providing the most advanced and sophisticated care for patients in our region. The Heart, Lung, and Vascular Institute at Excella Health. Expert care here.
All right, back here at Warrior Stadium as we wrap up this game tonight. It was all EF, 35-0 over Mount Pleasant here tonight. And
I'm coming, TJ. I'm here, buddy. I'm here.
I know.
I'm sorry.
It's not time to leave yet, Chris.
No,
Come
it's
on.
not. Well, I was congratulating my old man for his big buck slate tonight. How about we do a little bit of all Elizabeth Forward scoring recap because the Vikings couldn't find pay dirt at all.
They couldn't, and now they're just going to have to regroup, as we said, and get ready for next week. So let's go down our scoring recap here as we start back in the first quarter with Zion White, a 40-yard touchdown pass to Zach Boyd.
All Boyd.
It was, as you see it right here, and that made it 7-0. That was at the 8:50 mark of quarter number one. And again, 7-0. And then at the 4:31 mark, it was Kyle Flournoy, a 3-yard touchdown run to make it 14-0. That, again, was all set up by a blocked punt. And EF actually, I believe, started at the Mount Pleasant 25 for that drive. So it was 14-0 after one. The only score in quarter number 2 was at the 4:13 mark. It was Zion White, a 2-yard run to make it 21-0. That was our halftime score.
Probably notable that was actually a fumble, too,
yes,
Tuesday. I mean, it doesn't mean anything now, but we watched it on very slow instant replay, and it was.
And then into the third quarter, at the 9:47 mark, Zach Boyd, his second touchdown of the night. This was a 43-yard rushing touchdown to make it 28-0. As you see him go up the far sideline there.
They may have had too many men in the backfield, but we'll negate it with Robbie Labuda's face masking right there that was uncalled.
And then our last score of the game was at the 4:21 mark of quarter number 3. And it was a fumble recovery by Kyle Flournoy. He took it in from 20 yards out, 35-0. So that was Flournoy's second touchdown of the night, and that made it 35-0. And then the mercy rule went into effect, and we had no further scoring. Actually, back in the fourth quarter there, early in the fourth quarter, Flournoy had a long touchdown, but it was taken back by a holding penalty. But Elizabeth Forward wins it 35-0. An impressive outing for EF as they take control in the Interstate Conference. And as you said earlier, Chris, Mount Pleasant, they got to learn from this one and then now get ready for South Park next week, which is, I believe, probably going to be homecoming and senior night because homecoming was supposed to be last week for Mount Pleasant. So
dual celebration.
And like we said earlier, Mount Pleasant's got to win out and then, see what happens from there. So it'll start next week. Yep.
Definitely some hope on the part of the Vikings. And you never like that kind of that scenario or situation. You want to be able to control your own fate. But, hey, sports are sports, and it is what it is. Coach Fazekas will figure out a way to get his team back to Mount Pleasant, get in that war room tomorrow. And like I said, very quickly look at this game film and then start to focus on what they have coming up next week in South Park. I'm a big proponent of don't live life in the rearview mirror. Take a couple lessons from this one and learn. They got to get back to the basics on defense. They can hit. I've seen them hit. There was a lot of arm tackling. There wasn't running through tackles. There was maybe some urine pour tackling technique, if you will, for lack of the bad word, and maybe a lack of effort too. You saw it towards the end of the game. It was like, oh, heck, what the heck, what's another touchdown? Yeah. So, you've got to get back to brass tacks, find that heart again. Season's not over. Go out there and win out, and some things can happen as the Elizabeth Forward Marching Band out there performing. I believe their thunder was stolen at halftime by the homecoming celebration, but we did get to see the Mount Pleasant, the Tower of Power, they call them, the Viking Marching Band, always very impressive. TJ, it's been an honor and a pleasure, per usual, working with you. And I know you'll sign us off, but I got to say thanks to Flick and Marcus upstairs, our camera operator. It's always a pleasure to work with you guys.
Great
I love
to be
it
here.
So much.
Unfortunately, Chris, we seem everywhere we go, we don't seem to bring any luck to any of the hometown teams. Huh?
Well, it's not so much the hometown team. I just want to see a good back and forth football game. And it's not just here in the WPIL. TJ, I'll go home tonight, and I have friends. I went out to Bloomsburg University. That's where I went to school and wrestled. And they coach and they're still involved in their high school sports out there. So I'll check out Berwick, Shamokin, and see what's going on out there in the Cole region. And there's absolute lopsided blowouts over there.
They're
too.
Everywhere.
And we had a long conversation, and I think Flick will agree to this. It's perhaps a very watered down classification system. When it went from 4A to 6A, it really watered it down. It started to eliminate some of those classic rivalries. The Greensburg, the Hempfield, the Norwin PT. Everybody's in different classifications. And I digress, and, it's certainly not what the post-game show is about, but sometimes I like to jump on the Smitty soapbox, and I'm off of it now. So I'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. Make sure you tune in to the Westmoreland Sports Network tomorrow. Seton Hill football against Gannon. It'll be homecoming at Offutt Field. Kickoff's at 4, but the pregame show starts at 3 o'clock, so we'll talk to you then. And our final score here tonight, Elizabeth Forward 35, Mount Pleasant nothing, as Elizabeth Forward's 4-0 in the conference, 6-2 overall. Mount Pleasant 2-1 in the conference, and 4-3 overall. Again, next week, Mount Pleasant hosts South Park, and EF goes to Southmoreland. So for Marcus Weekland on the camera, Dan Flickinger on production, and Chris Smith, my sidekick up here, I'm TJ DeStefano. We'll talk to you tomorrow for Seton Hill football, but tonight our final score again, Elizabeth Forward 35, Mount Pleasant nothing, and you watched it here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.